really can step up to the plate, but also is just a fantastic leader and can do a
proof that no matter how much people can't quantify what they do, no matter how much stuff they do looks honestly dumb when you see it happen, they execute on things so well. They have such a strong conviction in the team's ideas, in the comps they want to play, and they have such talented players that no matter, I think you could random number generator a comp with at least some idea behind it, and these guys could execute it well. No matter what they're doing, they can catch you off guard. They have insane individuals, and that's why you can never count this team out, no matter if they're playing great or struggling back home.
Yeah, it really is a testament to how this PRX team has kept and maintained their identity for such a long time. But let's go ahead, though, and jump back over to Mika Fab. She's standing by with something.
Hey, something. Oh, listen to that crowd. You are back for another Champions, and it's against G2. So does this feel like it's unfinished business from straight from Masters past, and they're kind of guarding the gate to your Champions run?
It's kind of sad the last time how we lost to them, but this time I think we prepared enough to try to win them, so let's see.
All right, well, the crowd is hyped to see us. I'm hyped to see it as well. Good luck.
Thank you.
A man of few words, but he expresses himself perfectly fine when he takes to the server and dominates people all the time. The shots, this dude is unbelievable. So I have no doubt in my mind that they put in that work. But this is going to be a tough one, without a doubt. Good thing for them, though, is that they're able to lean on a lot of the shooters on that
PRX
team. One guy in particular, Jing, who we thought we were not going to see him for a little while, but he's back.
I think PRX wins 2-1. It will take time. It will take effort, but PRX will
The
win.
last time we saw him play on a champion stage was probably one of the most emotional matches we've watched in Valorant, making it to the final there with the expectation that his national service would take him away from competing for upwards of a year afterwards. He ended up having medical issues that exempted him from that national service, and he came back into Pacific this year when no one expected he would, and he kicked off right where he
There
left
is
off, playing some
one thing
incredible
though,
Valorant.
there
The
is
guy
one thing.
continues to be an absolute talent.
You missed guess the
I
best
feel
game
like it's
T
such a
versus
blessing
Wade
for the
I
game
was
that you can
casting.
see him
I've been
continue to
casting
play.
at
Yeah, at a tier 1 level in VCT.
TEC's
Yeah,
PUBG
I mean,
PC
he's,
event.
had a couple moments where teams have been able to get the better of him, but for
Yeah,
the most part, that
just so you
firepower has
guys,
been very reliable
if
from
you
him.
guys
Of
want to
course,
see,
I'd be remiss to not mention Devi as well as another steady hand there on that team. He's been putting in so much.
I've been
work throughout
casting
this entire year, throughout their
this.
entire
I'll be
careers,
going
all
today as well,
working together.
obviously.
People always say, like, oh,
After
he's
this
the
first
unsung
game, I'll
hero. We don't
be
talk about
gone.
Devi
Every
enough.
day I'll be
I'm
doing
gonna
that.
talk about this guy nonstop because he is incredible, but I have to continue doing so.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. There's really, you could take any of these players.
Let's go,
It's tough,
Lakshya.
right? And
Axelson is
speak
actually very
just
good,
so
but-
positively about them because of all the success that they've managed to find. And now what they want to do is turn that into a trophy. This
See, here I am.
crown king, if you will. You know, they want to try and lift this trophy. They got to make it happen here. Let's see if that's the case. But earlier on in the show, we asked you guys about our MasterCard fan poll, who will be our first two-time champion, potentially. And you all said Aspas, which I think is funny because by relation, it would
किसी के साथ नहीं
Oh,
play होगा भाई, don't
absolutely.
worry.
Com's not gonna do it. It'll only
Who's
be
most likely to be the
Aspas.
first
They're
two-time
actually
champion?
grand finals
Aspas,
map
Pom,
5.
Sasi,
They're
Sine,
gonna play
Aspas. Hell no.
They're gonna play 4v5, and Aspas is just gonna, or he's gonna multi-box.
Yeah.
No,
Just
Yo,
go to the other
post
side.
Manoj,
Voting
what
for
is
Aspas
up, bro?
because Aspas, I do legitimately think that
I'll
maybe
come,
he's the
wait.
roster
I'm
with the
doing
best
promotion
chance.
for
I
your
think
event
for
only.
teams, there are at least the highest expectations to maybe win a trophy.
Why it
and
seems
would be
like you need
amazing
sleep?
to
No,
see
I'm
Aspas
fine.
win 2 champions
I
trophies
just woke up
and
late. I
see
came back
Congo
yesterday.
back-to-back.
That's right. Well, here are your predictions.
Dega
for
12
today.
no, bro.
This one,
I will
you
come
can tell no
by-
one knows where to go, where the chips land. But I do
Okay, hold
find
on.
it quite hilarious that outside of Mitch, everyone has kind of aligned in their regions, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you know, we would also have Paperton backing us up, I'm sure, but he is off today. But, you know, we got it. This is, again, such an anomalous team. We never know what to expect from them. You have to suspect that they have
These America's people, no?
sit back, rest on their laurels, not getting Brack in.
I love the Korean table. Look at that. Look at behind. Look back there. The Korean table. Everybody says PRX. I love it. I love it. The entire Korean table is predicted for
Absolutely. I
PRX.
think that's their
Let's
biggest
go.
strength, coming in with prep work, coming in with the counter strat to what their opponent does. PaperX is a good team to adapt and come up with new things. for
Yeah,
every
sure,
match.
sure.
I
Okay,
think
bye.
once you've
You're not
played
winning.
This team once, that shock factor disappears a little bit, even if they are coming up with new exciting comps. But either way, this is going to be a tough match.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And it's time to get the show started. G2
Let's go.
versus PaperX, EDG versus Foot.
Hype.
Day 4 at Champion Soul starts right now.
Hype. Let's go. Aram, Mir. Thank you. What's up? Switch to Korean. It doesn't matter if you understand a word or not. No, I want to understand. I love watching the English cast.
Net bir favori yok bence. Herkes kazanabilir. O yüzden
EDG zaten ilk rakibimiz. EDG'yi
kazanırız.
inşallah kazanırız.
Zaten 2 sezondur da Çin'i domine eden takım. Yani tabii ki de Regional'ın en güçlü takımı.
Kolay olmayacak.
Evet, kolay olmayacak. Hiç maç kolay olmayacak bu saatten sonra ama.
Zaten ama ben bize bakınca bizi daha üstün görüyorum. Ne yalan söyleyeyim. Gerçekten.
Benim bir
Okay.
lafım var biliyorsunuz. Yani büyük konuşan büyük yer. Onun için şunu yapacağız, böyle yapacağız demek istemiyorum.
That's actually smart.
Şampiyon olmaya diye. 1, 2, 3. Şampiyon olmaya.
Champion.
Hadi bakalım.
다시 처음으로 돌아가 바꾸는 후로 돌아버리고 잊었던 새로움을
Kankan.
人生的目标就是一直需要精益求精。就
看看吧
在东京大师赛的时候的感受，可能更多就是受宠若惊吧，因为得到了太多人
哇
的一瞬间的一些
哇
关注。我觉得最困难的瞬间应该是上海大师赛输的那一次吧。
It's kind of tragic to see EDG go home this early.
就想无所谓了，反正都已经这样了，所以说我们就只能在首尔好好打。
What's up, Croton? Welcome.
More all over
One
the
thing
place,
Aspas
like,
them
I can
have
do
all
whatever
Amos
I want.
experience.
But now I want to play with the team. I'm improving as a person.
Imagine there's the glaze casting for each team. I would love the glaze casting for PRX.
Did beat us when I played in Navi in 2023 in Tokyo? I want to take revenge.
我觉得现在可能更多是一个很有创造力，然后很大胆一个选手吧。而他可能会找到
Okay, all this is fine. But don't we have G2 PRX match right now? We have G2 PRX match. Why are they showing me?
When I was in Tier 2 grinding, I've always watched
Finally, here we are.
champions. I watched people win champions, and I never had the opportunity to actually step foot on the stage myself. This time around, I'm in the position to compete.
The fact that we got G2 is kind of like fate to meet them. It didn't go in our way, but we could change that.
Yeah, come on, boys,
Really
change
looking
it.
for revenge. This time around, I don't think it's going to be any different.
For us, I think we just have to find a balance to become W Gaming.
My God, come on.
To not become W Gaming.
Paper
Come on.
X. Right now, we're 1-1. You beat us in Reykjavik. We beat you in Shanghai. And now it comes down to the decider at Champs.
If we could be the world champion, the sacrifices that we had to make, I think means everything.
Come on, PaperX. Check Luo King from I saw a couple of highlights. Kings are here.
G2.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Americas, you can go back. Stream voice increase? Yeah, hold on.
I hope you're all ready for a battle because these two teams are gonna bring it. They've met each
It was
other
at
before
last.
in competition.
We don't watch
just
VCT
like
videos.
this in
What
the
are you talking
past,
about, bro?
And each and every time it's been a fireworks display, and I'm expecting the
Solo
same
Kelly
thing
Gaza
this
is
time
up.
around, Mimi.
This is the game
Ice.
to
Oh
settle the score.
no!
The first global event for
I don't
this
like
G2
this.
core. They lost to PaperX.
I don't
went
like-
home early.
I
They got
don't
their
like
revenge
Icebox.
The last time we saw them at an international.
For PaperX.
And now here at Champions, it's the one that matters.
And
From
they
a bad
selected
match.
it on top
You
of
love
that.
to see
I'm
Oof, and here is
slightly
your series
concerned.
layout. Icebox, Lotus,
Lotus
and
is
Vine.
Icebox is an interesting one to me. I was a little surprised to see PaperX picking
Exactly,
that one. 'Cause
exactly.
It's been a solid map for them, but it's one of the most normal maps for them. They're just playing like kind of the old school Jet Sage KO look here.
I'm gonna be honest, I think G2 can win this. I'll tell you what.
That's something that they have felt very
I'll tell you
comfortable on,
what.
But G2 say, okay, you're gonna take Icebox. We're gonna go at you on Lotus, that map that you have been relying on so very much.
And I'm gonna be real, not to lean back into the, oh, this comp isn't perfect and I'm gonna freak out thing, but the No Sentinel Lotus comp, I'm not that sold on it. I think these slow attack side teams with really good mid-rounding, like G2, can exploit
I
a lot of the
think
gaps in that competition.
G2 win
even if
this.
it has the fireworks with the neon, with the jet kind of stuff there.
When I look at this series layout, though,
I want to change
do
it, but
have to
picks
say
are
it's
locked.
Good for G2.
What's up,
I feel
Velocity?
like Icebox, solid for that team. Lotus, solid for that team.
I mean, Fine feels like a big advantage to them at the end there.
Yeah, it really does. But Seth, I know you're going to give me the
G2
counter.
are really good
There
on
are some
bind.
concerns to have here. Icebox, that was where the
But I know
confusions
PaperX
didn't
qualify
happen.
either way.
Over and over again, frankly, for the side of PaperX. Lotus was that second map, that first one rather, that G2 was able to take PaperX
Alright, here we
down on
go.
when they faced off against each other. But we see here that there are going to be some adjustments as Forsaken's going to be flipping over onto this Sova.
Wait,
Yeah,
Forsaken on Sova.
I've never really seen the value of the KO over the Sova on this map. I think that drone is kind of an invaluable
Okay, they've
tool
gone
to
for a
have.
little bit of
Although kind
a
of playing exploitatively against the
grounded
hovercraft,
comp.
I don't think it's bad.
They're
but
playing
overall,
what they
good
know
adjustment
best.
here. G2 is one of the few
And
teams
Forsaken's
sticking to
gone
the
for
Harbor
Sova.
Viper ideas. They changed to that
He's
recently.
basically played
He
every
played
agent in the
this
game
map.
now
I
except for
think they looked
Deadlock, I
really
think.
good with it. I was impressed with how well Valen was playing on the
G2
Harbor.
playing no
Up there, see
duelist
how
comp.
practice Sova looks. It's not something Forsaken has played much of in his career, something around 20 games worth.
That's right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the action, shall we? And all that's left to
Who's-
do, send it over to your casters. It's my BFFs from EMEA. You got Mitch and Tom on the call.
Thank you, buddy. Yes.
Where's
it's time to get on into this
Pansy?
matchup, PaperX and G2. It's going to be
Where
hot.
is
You've heard from the
Pansy?
desk theories about it being a mismatch in style. What's your take on that, Tom?
The thing is, I feel like you can go into so many games with PaperX and go, it really doesn't seem like their style's
Yeah,
going to match
right?
up. And then they win 13-3 and you're going,
What was playoffs? Is playing on Xbox?
Okay, then,
okay,
like that's just how it is. They've come into this tournament, you kind of look at them, you're going, okay, they're not where they've been over the
What's
last
up,
year.
Kabir?
So. Like, you go back to
How
last
are
year,
you,
this was a
Kabir?
team that
Been a
was
long time.
basically dominating Pacific, got to the finals of Champions.
Let's go Global Esports. Yes, go. G fighting.
Seemingly decline, but at any moment you always feel like this team can come back. For G2,
No duelists, they're
it has been
copying
an
FPX.
accelerated rise.
It's their
you
own
wouldn't
comp.
think that this was
We'll
a
see
team
what they
coming
can
in
do.
from Ascension, and now, well, they're one of the contenders.
Well, they absolutely are. G2 have looked fantastic, and even within Americas, they made the whole run all the way to the grand finals without dropping a series. This is a squad that PRX definitely can't underestimate. And,
Yeah,
well,
they're
Mimi's
just
right.
walking
the
in.
matchup in style is going to be
3-2
different.
split.
To give the edge over to that G2 squad. The attack side
Little
started
bit
out
of
here on
pick
Icebox.
on
Slow push up to the A side.
A.
Spike waiting outside B. They're just taking space, contesting for some of those angles. PRX yet to react.
But that's the thing. The defensive side for PRX, at least on A, it's that brawly old school style. You got the Sage, you got something. They're just looking for fights. They're looking to try and battle. And this ruse has already been sold. There was only one defender, more of a retake setup for PRX, and I'll be honest with you, I think they're going to have to retake.
Yeah, there's not much of a choice here. Even the spam's not going to yield much if they were to go for them. Instead, grouping up, the blob play, just leaving something to go through the kitchen. While the rest look for the site control. Now G2 have their post plans. Nobody sent out to mid just yet, but I see Valen.
That's a lot of util, but they've taken out early. That's actually good. They're taking out all of it early. Spots 2, gets a third as well. Flash is good from G2. He can actually stick it.
To block that diffuse around the wall, and they're dropping bodies all over the place. Only left to Divide, and he's quickly shut down.
It's okay.
Made it through
All good, all good, all good.
The time's already gone. It's 1-0 for G2.
That wall was a
It's
little
not the greatest start either.
tapat up there. He should have put it. He didn't stick it to the wall. He didn't stick it to the side. He left a gap in the wall over here. Right here, there was a gap.
You have tons of utility to get you in, and then plenty to get you out. And obviously, the idea from PRX is try and use the wall to your advantage. But you can see G2 are more than happy to reaggress, and this is a round where
like I'm watching
they're
480
low on
what?
utility as well. Like you're not going to have those major investments as you'll see in future rounds. It's only going to get more and more difficult.
What you talking about, bro?
Side of PRX.
It's running on.
The more economy advantage we see.
I'm running on 60 FPS, boys, and I've got 8,000.
Pistols again. A stack up on the A side, expecting the pressure to be there, and well, I think Divine might have been spotted by the Giant.
Yeah, he popped up on the mini-map, nice and easy. Leafs even managed to find Jing, but at the cost of his life, still just a pistol lost. While they take control on the other side of the map and get the plant down. Again, we're going to see the post-plant setup and the dangers of this round. Often you will see a bit of a danger if someone like Jing is still alive to put the wall down, potentially. They can get a decent amount of ground on the defuse. We've certainly seen that in EMEA a couple of times.
Extreme quality.
Yeah, Natonk. On or under the wall, he's just as effective. But for PRX, they don't have that option. And so it's going to be a pretty difficult time trying to do anything in the way of damage. Something's made it up behind, though, and he might be able to drop a few weapons. A few nice shots with Trent down, and another to Jonah P. This is getting quite costly for G2, and something didn't look to be stopped anytime soon, but Valen steps in.
Oh, God.
Still, 2 rifles carried forward. That's decent damage for PRX.
Yeah, no, that's really not bad, especially out of so little. Him being able to do that much damage. He's a couple away from a Blade Storm, immediately going to invest straight into the Outlaw. Which,
yeah, there we go. That should be better.
I think if there's going to be win conditions, you're always going to look at the individuals on PRX. Like, they're a team that a lot of the time they're talking about the idea of rolling without an IGL. Like, you know that it's going to come down to those individual fights. If this man can start off strong, there's been so many highlights. Like, I think of even like I think it was the first week he played Jet on this map. He had one of the craziest like Blade Storm plays you've ever seen in your entire life. So you always have to watch out. And for G2 in this round, there is going to be a piece missing. Of course, it's the 3 rifles. If you lose one, you're only going to have those extra couple brought back up. Not going to overinvest. But they do have themselves Thrash, the only ultimate that will be available in this round, unless, as said, something gets a couple of extra kills.
Well, Harbor's using all his utility to clear out these angles. They've gained space, but towards A, poking and prodding the bear, trying to see where the aggression was coming through. They found out the hard way. The Outlaw was posted up. Mid-push from PRX. A very late flank attempt by Jonah P. Better find value because Valen's gone down through the spams. And now PRX gearing up for a retake. Just 2 players defending around that angle. Still the Killjoy utility on, so it's not like Jonah P is going to get a free fight onto these guys unaware.
That goes too far.
There he comes.
Might just be out of range right about
there
now.
he comes,
there's
looking
no
like a star.
To draw their eye,
Watch
it's
it.
only Jonah P. And, well, his chances of
They
stopping
know
this
he's
defuse
on
are
anyway.
0.
Yeah.
Even though
he's
the
gonna just have
utility
save.
has
Yeah,
gone
save.
offline, when you have 5 players alive and only 1 on the other side, you start to make the realization of where that player is. For G2,
done.
okay, you
Let's
would have
go,
wanted to do a
PRX.
little bit of extra damage, but they can hold the rifle and they're going to be able to buy into this next round. That is the thing, though. You go towards the A side.
We here.
As long as something's there, which you will be in most rounds, you're going to have to challenge him. You're going to have to fight him, and I believe that was just low shields in this round for Leaf. So something that, again, they're going to have to keep in mind.
He had good cover, thankfully. Jing was there to support him.
But I don't mind what PRX are doing at the moment. Even though, as said, it's always going to be tough to play those retakes if the weaponry's online and if G2 have all their utility.
Something's already got his blades.
Okay, can we spam
so that's a good
someone
thing.
down? Because they
but Icy's got thrashed
really
already. They're going to clear
to
up close.
protect that player.
Well, early game plan's going to be a little bit of scouting coming in from Thrash.
Okay.
Back around to the back of Yellow, so
They
nice
clear
and
out
easy to
Yellow.
retrieve that.
That's a lot of space, actually. Very early on, that's a lot of
Big push
space.
from PRX. They've gone through A main, starting to make that flank come through, and there could be a fight in a moment with Leaf. He's gone back to put his trap in play, and his alarm bot does cover all the angles. He's sticking around as well to try to execute. It's going to be a tough fight, though. Something and Jing
That breaks
on
down.
his tail.
Something. Oh, here it goes.
Thrash is going to be utilized, and you can see something almost trying to bait it out, but
No,
instead it's
Jing
Jing
Scott.
caught. Can he try and defend him? No, he can't. Both
Yo,
players
that's so
eliminated. And now the
Come
rest trying to wrap
on.
around
Why did he
the site.
updraft so early?
Position, tries to
Nice.
use the timing, but
Good
goes down.
triple.
But again, those trades are immediate from the G2 side. The fundamentals looking strong, and Valen looking even stronger.
Brother, come on.
3-1, immediate response.
not-
and I
that's
feel
not how
like
we
PRX
work.
is going to have to change things up because they are allowing that plant down every round on B.
Yeah, I mean, the idea here, you're trading out the early plan for the early flank. It's not a bad trade-off just for the fact that there's a Thrash available and that they use it so quickly and get it right into the correct position. The player up close is the one caught, and the fight initiated on the one further back.
Oh, good though. We
And
move
once you
on, we move
eliminate
further.
something in Jing, well, the round gets a whole lot easier. 3-1 for G2, a solid start. Now a big challenge, though.
Who's
Round
this G2
5
fan
sees
sitting here?
PRX still invested,
Get him gone.
And with no shields, something's pulled out the
Get him
operator.
gone.
Glass cannon, it's a risk, but it just might pay off.
Oh, for second.
Storm as well, so it really does show the
You
faith he has in
freaking
that
crazy
company.
man.
He went over to the B site early. They tried to make that
Don't do
adaptation.
this, my
they
God.
tried to catch G2, but instead they put early pressure in onto the A site. A mid lurk as well.
He's gonna get the flashback. Dude, I see.
To try and take
He's
space,
6-1 and 1.
It does seem like they have.
He knows that the alarm turret there, so he's gonna hold on and probably
and
call. Yeah, he's gonna call his Sova to come break it for him. He's calling his Sova to come break it for him, but
I think
Trent.
that was through the orb. The orb was up when that spam came in and through a wall as well.
Oh my
Broken
God,
it for his teammates so
freaking
that Jonah
Trent.
can take the space. Like maybe they consider that someone could have already
That's
crossed,
so
but
good.
you can see that on the other side.
G2 are
Forsaken
playing
is
well, I
watching
can't
mid,
deny.
he's
G2
keeping
are
an eye
playing
on
well.
it, but he has no idea that somebody's already in kitchen.
Yeah, you're expecting that cross to be the player that was further back, breaking the turret.
Nice,
now
Jing.
taking down
Nice,
Icy.
Jing,
A
get
good
away.
Start. Spike
Nah.
on the floor, but there's Jones.
Nice.
Flank coming into fruition.
You get the
Devon
spike boom.
Tries to hold the space. Spike down, and they want to keep that control. Jing's coming in to support up top. It's a big swing
Nice,
and one
Jing.
that works out, leaving Jonah P, the flanker, to do it all. Something gets a second lease of life, and with the off, that might be all he needs. But
No,
Jonah P
no throw.
really
No throw.
starting to take a bite out of
Boys,
this
no
round.
throw.
20
Why did
seconds
Jing
left,
even
though.
come for that?
Spike quite far
No
away,
throw.
defended by Devi,
No
and an
throw.
up on the rotation.
15
Near
seconds, no
impossible
throw.
situation.
Maybe a little bit of an overextension from Jing. There is still a chance if he can quickly find this kill, but I think it's patient.
Oh
from
my
Devi.
God.
He actually gets away. Now there is a chance for him to plant at
Oh,
the back
he's
of the
gonna
site.
plant?
It's only going to be the sprint straight away, just trying to deny
Nice.
him while Devi.
There we go.
Great
Oh my
round
God, that
from him.
was
He's
so
going to make
scary.
sure that does not happen.
Holy crap.
Got a little bit scary. It really
Yeah.
did. He had the opportunities, and there was a moment where something went down, right? He's 26 HP. One more bullet landed precisely. He could have been out of the game, and then that 1v1 might have even been taken on the spike. But
Unnecessarily close. I don't know why Jing had to go for that fight.
3-2. Wow. Jing was lucky to avoid that in the first place.
Yeah, I think good ultimate from Forsaken, managing
Nice.
to cause sort of some
boys.
disruption
Let me
while
go
Jing
big.
goes to swing, and then also the fact that he escapes, because I think Jing is almost immediately traded out from that mid lane.
Let's go.
That is, again, something that G2
Triple B stack, they're going to go a little aggressive this time. Something's got one.
Like
Someone needs to break that drone for him.
Back,
break the damn drone. Break the damn drone. Thank you. There we go.
Something's got the kill anyways. It was broken from further back. And nice setup for PRX. And then they've
already crossed up mid.
You know they're not likely to challenge that a second time. The push-up, though, it's going to be a little risky. Something's being surrounded on all sides. Jinx kept control over main, but they've lost the site itself. A nice kill by Mindfreak makes this a little bit more competitive.
Yes, Mindfreak! Gangster!
Last man standing.
Let's go. Final boss.
HP on Mindfreak. That's probably the only thing we can look to as
final
a positive.
Boss.
Got some utility. That'll buy him some time. The wraparound up towards
He's
heaven.
got a flash, dude. That's the only
They still
problem.
think that he's pretty close. The alarm bells should be ringing, and now, well, now they've got the information on exactly where he is. Got to deal with this guy. But a double swing should put him in the ground. It's a little early.
Mindfreak! My king!
Popping up in this round again. I feel like there were players getting caught out by the record.
Mindfreak is the GOAT as well. Everybody on PRX is the GOAT.
But they're just hitting their shots. Like Mindfreak does very well to have that aggressive push initially, a fallback that still catches the player mid.
Come on.
I don't necessarily mind the adaptation from G2. It's like, okay,
6 more, 7 more, 10 more rounds back to back. Let's go.
Mid, but it seemed like even though that control had been given up, PRX were very aware and
good shots.
Mindfreak just playing with absolute confidence.
Gangster freak.
Anything else.
Well, yeah, at this stage especially. Something as well with the early picks. He's been up there. You can see the reality behind that operator by why they wanted to go for it so early
What's
on.
up, Chintan? Welcome.
Set up in the last towards B.
We are here to watch PRX win, bro.
Early aggression coming out. All pushing up. Covered by Jing.
Love that.
Again,
I love that.
Always has that second man behind him.
That's really good.
The wall's going to concede the space. They fall back.
That's good re-clearance from G2 actually. That's really good re-clearance from G2. Oh, Jonah P. How has he crawled in? How? Wait, how has he crawled in? There's an alarm bot here.
Immediate res to bring another back from the fray.
How did he dodge that? I want to see if you could see how he dodged that.
Something farming them
still winning the duels. That's okay. Something, no?
Again, a 1v5 this time and not one he'll find. But
I wish you could see. I know he's put his orb here, but like, how did he dodge it? Because it seems like he was inside the orb.
And at just the right second, someone walking past it, and Jonah P's flank.
Pritham, you glaze 3x more than this for Sentinel, so please shut up.
Yeah, I think the only thing
3x more
for the side of G2
for Sen.
That's now 2 rounds that's happened.
You
Again,
glaze for Sen in a way that I've never seen anybody glaze for any team before. Tariq doesn't glaze for Sen as much as you glaze for Sen, so please keep going.
Because you've had the right timing, you've had the moment to get the space, but the reactions of PRX are so fast. You get one kill and it's instant, the response each time. 4-3. Lead taken by PRX. Something, as said, if this guy's online, it's terrifying. And
oh, I like the double pick! No, man, it's not double pick, but it's a setup for.
It's a double
setup for
something.
They've
got something as well, straight down the tube. We saw him sprinting right at the start of the round.
Come on, peek. You know you want to peek. You know you want to peek.
Something. Yes, they will. Sending it out. Ops block, rotations are in, and they're crossing that angle for free.
Also, Jing and something are like a package deal. So a lot of the time, if you've seen Jing, then you go, all right, there's probably an operator here. Let's be careful with it. The early rotation, though, from PRX.
The trash is going to clear out multiple angles, but Mindfreak's ready for it. Mindfreak should just shoot it out, shoot it out, shoot it out.
About to clear out some of the.
No, that's actually stopped in a good spot, which did. Yeah.
Yep,
that's very difficult.
To take the space if
now,
that's going to be a factor
PRX is
in
just
the
going to hold on for
round,
the trash to not be brought back.
Mindfreak tucked up close, orb goes up, blocking off that avenue. They're going to go back to the.
They're gonna let him have it. That's a brilliant ult.
So it's online for both squads. Curious to see if Jonah P's going to decide to activate his with a lockdown.
They've got a lockdown.
Out of the pit.
Mindfreak, play a little time inside there.
No, he's out of here. And I think the pit's going to drop.
Yeah,
the
pit's going to drop.
I don't think there shouldn't be enough time for him to get back into that. So that's actually huge.
That's very good from G2.
There's a lockdown on the other side. This is just.
Here we go.
Like
wipe up it, lockdown. Wipe up it, lockdown.
All over the shop. We're going to get the third person as now they do what was done to them. But I do believe just with the corner, you might be able to hold on to this ultimate. And I feel like G2 are going to try and do that.
Check the corner.
They
check
are.
The corner.
They
Please
are,
check the corner.
Please
check the corner.
For that back angle. Haven't had any success. Jing, something Forsaken, all falling. Icy's having a round. And now with the pit still standing, there's no chance. Surely PRX likely to head for the hills. Maybe looking to stick around and make this a bit more costly, and eventually delete their enemy of Icy. Pick up the operator and look to save it. Being challenged on the way, though, there's no free escape with Divide falling. The op will not be carried through to the next, and this has been a costly round for the side of PRX with G2 equalizing.
That's a very bad round.
I like the way that was played.
We lost 2 ults, didn't win it, lost the op.
But you had a couple of ultimates in play, either side using basically exactly the same thing, and just having their lockdown to remove the pit, putting it in a place where they had to fully retreat, but then being able to hold on to their own.
No, bro, they're not overhyped. They won kickoff, they won Masters.
Outside of the pit to make
they won
sure
Masters
that nobody could really get that
Madrid.
4-4. Economy, although
they're decently
damage
rated.
not broken, and there will
just
still
that
be
towards the end of the year,
side
they're a little slacked out. But 2
that
trophies in
when
a year,
he's in position, when
very
he's
good,
able to be put into play, which I think he will be here, things are much, much tougher for the opponents.
Sit down, PRX, bro. You're about to get sat down very soon. Just watch. Although I've picked for G2 to win this series.
The success, he's had a lot of success, but whenever he does, like you say, Tom, the main push is always the one that fails. Torpedo as well here, lighting Mind Freak down to 46, but fails to get the kill on the jump peak, and the rotation's on its way. They're focused on the B site.
Yeah, at least he has the heal back.
This is where it's coming through.
He's back to 100.
He's closer by now in Kitchen to help out.
So they know Jinx here. They know Mind Freak's probably. Yeah, he's blinded. Now at least he gets one. Oh, Jinx, the Grim Wall. The Grim Wall, and they destroy him. How does he not get one?
A lot of players would miss.
How does he not get one?
Not Leaf. And now the retake's looking tough.
What in the world are G2 up to, brother? Everybody's connecting all shots. Ice-T's got a third Thrash in just 2 rounds.
Down below, manages to catch Deviant something off guard. And there's no need for any further aggression from this G2 side. Forsaken's out of here to try to save, but they've already got him boxed in, like you said, Tom.
I know, even I chose Vitality
right up behind
to
him. The timing, he might actually have seen the barrel there. Yeah, now he's got a good idea, but well, that's one way to do it. The lead back in G2's hands, 5-4.
It's okay, still 5-4. Really not yet, not a problem at all.
Yeah, looking like a very competitive game at the moment. Now for, I think both of these squads, a lot of the time when they've
not a problem,
success, it has been on that attacking side. So I don't think PRX is going to be too worried about this just
not
yet,
a problem,
especially having that additional duelist. I am starting to think though how many times
he's gonna ban. No, bro, I won't ban
that Thrash available.
I won't ban.
Farming that up on Ice.
But
It's been used so many times throughout this, and the impact it has.
I won't ban. I won't ban.
Those close angles
but if PRX lose, then I will ban.
Of G2's takes just goes through the roof, and it's one thing I would actually quite like to see a PRX attempt.
Alex bringing out the timeout.
The Gecko in particular on this map is so ridiculously strong, and you already have the likes of something who has shown that he can use it to.
PRX fan right next to G2 fan.
Some of the angles he's taken, he wouldn't be.
How have they not punched each other yet?
If he wasn't playing the Jet, but I don't know. I still think there might be more value in it for him.
Yeah, it's curious as well how really good in split saw as well. The replay. I didn't hear what he was saying, but I have an idea. Leaf seemed
They've been really good.
Picked
That's why I don't like them.
And yesterday, I think it was yesterday, right on Ascent, how many times did we see that Sage Wall up in main? It caught so many players off guard. And that's a bit more of an unusual one to see him play. Yeah. So fair play to Leaf for reacting after just a few shots coming this way. PRX had a timeout here discussing what they want to do, but this is a very, very light buy from them. Some Guardians in play, couple pistols. I expect a much more direct defensive side aggression. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult setup. They're pushing up on A. They're going to be aggressive on it to try and pick off the guy who's been lurking here. Because G2 do not care about A. It's a free op. Forsaken's going to be able to get away with that. And maybe if he's able to find a pick, he can play on the back as well. They play on the back of that because the distraction sounds
again, very heavy on the B lane. A lot of the time when it's gone in the other direction, it's been lower purchases.
They know it's
B. They just have an incredibly clean B execute and post plant, and they are abusing it.
Yeah.
Look at how cautious G2 are being. Playing early, we saw on the A side, PRX took the control for free, like you said.
They're going to come get Forsaken a kill.
But G2
they're going to try.
The same. Now pump the brakes down
that
the
is
firing
so
squad. A little bit of danger on the push, but it's dealt with immediately.
Okay, he's got the ult. Get back. Forsaken.
Second shot not going to land, and 64 HP. He's out of here with the Sheriff. Rotation off the A site leaves Jing alone, but he is tucked down below. An uncouth position. One Leaf has to be cautious of, but he was watching it as the peak comes in. Now Jing tagged low.
They're going A.
Get himself a little bit of a
Oh,
heel
nice
and
shot,
off
Jing.
Leaf. Okay.
There we
This
go.
is
I don't think the heel played any part in that.
No, not at all. Got him back to 76 in the end.
He's got a
but
wall.
They're set up in a decent position.
Both Hunter's Furies on.
That's
one
actually
now
good.
as well. Forsaken got it from getting that extra
Good
kill.
wall. He's cleared off B completely.
If he can be
He's gonna come on the
disruptive
late
here, that would be
lob.
nice. The spot comes in from something.
Nice flash break.
Dizzy not going to
Get away. Don't. Nice, good ult.
That Hunter's Fury from the flank. It's not really going to do too much, but the time is an issue. 15 seconds now for the side of G2 to try and make their way in towards the side. Up above, it seemed like Jing may not have been paying attention. Didn't hear the sounds.
Ah!
And even though it comes super late in the round, they're going to get that plant.
This is not a comfortable anti-eco, but they've managed to make it work. 3 versus 1. Forsaken known to be behind. He threw out a dart a moment ago. Had his Hunter's Fury.
No, why do you jump?
But jumped a little too soon. 6-4 now. G2. 2-round lead. Chance to extend it even more before the half is over.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to want to do that. We've seen them, like, not too long ago still have some struggles on
If
this
VCT
map.
happens,
It
it'll
was
be
normally
here
the
in
attack side when
Bangalore.
they
Yeah,
play versus
absolutely.
left that look decent.
Bangalore is the only
I think
proper
they're gonna
place
wanna try
you
and
can do it.
extend that to an
Mumbai,
8-4 lead, and as I said, like, PRX
Masters
on the
Mumbai
attack,
doesn't have a nice
always
sound.
gotta
Too
be
much
careful.
traffic. Bangalore traffic
Has
is better
seen
than
that
Mumbai traffic.
over the last
to be
few
honest.
rounds, a lot of the early success they were having had the something Jing show of those aggressive pushes. I think G2 have done well to adapt. Take a lot of early map control. You can even see it now, throwing early flashes. They want to try and make sure that there's no angle that something could just be sat on.
I think right now, PRX need a little bit of a set execute. They're going on contact peaks towards A, they're going on contact peaks towards both its B and A. The problem with the contact peaks is that G2 are expecting it. They're so expectant. G2 know exactly what PRX are doing. It's so annoying because they're good.
It's not a ton of information to work with. They're conscious of the flank that's been coming through relatively consistently.
It's so annoying.
Well, the wall actually slows them down. That utility from Valen has bought them a few valuable seconds. It's got the rotations off of A as well. A is wide open, barring a little bit of Killjoy utility. And now that they think there could be a play towards the B side, Divide toyed with the idea of pushing mid. Luckily he didn't, because Jonah P was waiting as always.
But also it would have taken as a alarm bot down if we went too far. So at least they'll get that extra little piece of information. Now have the players into the right time. Something though, again.
Wait, why did I hear the Arbor twice?
Maybe waiting for a slightly late to push
so much
back of the reckoning
clearance.
instead.
So much map control. G2 are playing this perfectly.
Watching, knows that right now the flank is clear, even has support from Trent. It's going to be a very one-dimensional retake.
We have nothing to play with. One recon.
He's heard the steps, but he knows that turret's still online. That's going to be a problem. Has to
Frickin'
break it and give it
Trent.
away, but in comes the Hunter's Fury, taking down
Trent.
Forsaken. Divide falls too. They eventually deal with the flank. They
Frickin'
knew was
hell.
coming, but there's still so many more to drop.
Nice,
Jing
Jing.
onto Icy.
There's no time though.
Life breathed back
There's
into
no
the side
time.
of PRX. But look, right down below, a sneaky spot from Leaf that gets his 3rd of the round. That may well be the final nail in the coffin of this. With Jing left alive, time ticking away, and he just has to save that weapon, run for the hills, and concede a 7th to G2. A strong lead for the attacking side, and it isn't over yet.
Yeah, and also even just the casualties are meaningless. There's so much economy left for G2 that they can toy with their opponents in the late round. But no, it has just been, I feel like there's been some stellar positioning.
Are you well? Silkport traffic clear Mumbai.
We spoke about those lurks.
Silkport traffic is shit, but it's not like we're going to have to go through Silkport every time. No,
so they
place.
knew that he was around there, but I guess assuming that he'd fallen back for the late round post plan.
Yeah.
And now, well, with the extra kills he got in that round, 1 away from a lockdown, something I'm sure they're going to want to try and get online. In fact, already challenging early for the orb, but I was going to say it's gone all right until the extra
God, why?
Valen again.
Doesn't need the orb either, does he? Leaf's got his ult online from that pick.
Worst part is this guy still hasn't pulled out his bloody stinger
the
yet.
Staggering utility from G2 pushed PRX back. They decided to stick around in the choke point, which is often a mistake, but they won the fight despite the util being thrown their way. But now the fact that Leaf got that pick, has the ultimate to work with, it's going to buy so much time. And then you've got to root these players out of position. Trent still has a shock dart to work with. I believe there's a nano on the spike alongside an alarm bot. This is going to be a very difficult round, as it has been for PRX in all of these retakes. This one feels that little bit more stacked against them. Shock Dart,
No
the one to find
way,
the kill, and
bro.
Device looking the wrong way into heavy traffic.
What is there's no game plan. I don't know what's happening right now.
First half from
There's
G2
no proper
and
game
PRX
plan. There's
better
no
hope their
proper
attack can make
execution
up
of
the
the
gap.
retake.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
losing
think there
players
was
on
a
trades
bit
like
in the
it's
middle where we had some
nothing,
sort of good
and you're losing
disruptive
trades in
play
more in number than
coming
the
out of
number you're
likes of
actually getting
PRX,
for yourself.
but G2 the last few rounds just stabilized, slowed things down, had these really good takes. So I think it's going to be a tough second half. We'll see if PRX can turn it after the break.
Oh, come on. Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
$800.
Red Bull gives you
I don't know about this Icebox picks. I told you. I'm not confident with PRX on Icebox, especially when it's against G2. Just not comfortable. Reckoning esports cosplay. Let's go. Second half esports. Let's go. Second half esports, please. Something started off well, but then he kind of dropped. Come on, please. Something, your aim is everything. I hope it becomes true this time.
Welcome back.
Because these guys with no duelist have gotten an 8-4 half.
Rounds from G2 on the attack. PRX tried their best to disrupt, but it's them that have been left in the dirt. Now for G2, a defensive side start to the second half, and well, they've got quite a lead. A pistol here. It may just be into the home stretch. The pressure is on if you're a PRX fan.
Well, it's dangerous as well because
Win
this
pistol
is
equal to
the
hope. Hello, Pratham, welcome.
I don't think they'll feel
GG.
too uncomfortable going into
agree.
Lotus. Like, it's been a strong map for them recently. I think Jing's Neon is something that.
What do you mean
always
real
enjoyable to
team,
watch,
bro?
but
What do you mean
ultimately
real
You're
team?
not going to want to lose your.
PRX used the same strategies back in 2022-23, made it to Champions finals, made it to Copenhagen finals.
They win this map, you're looking
What
at,
you mean, bro?
I think 10-2 attack halves versus the likes of DFM, even DRX, the prior time to last. And a lot of this comes off the back, well, the two players we've just witnessed, Jing and Forsaken. Jing and Something. A terrifying.
And plus, they're not really playing W gaming.
Just look at already the aggressive stance that's been taken by G2.
G2 are so smart.
Yeah.
This gives them info. The sound that they can hear of all of this. The minute they hear, they can hear the sound here. They know it. They know it. They know it's A. But they're gonna push up and they're gonna take out the. Yeah. Only one person's gonna take it out. But they're all gonna back off. At least we get the plant. We get the plant, so that's not a problem. Now I'm worried about G2's ridiculous retake protocol. They've got flash. They've got Cove. They've got recon.
So much plant denial a lot of the time on the side of G2, but
there it goes.
now it's going to be utilized.
They're gonna.
The retake.
Oh no! Nice, nice mind freak. Nice Jing.
Jing steps
Jing.
up another, and in fact he gets two himself.
Jing, my king.
You wouldn't want anyone
No.
else in a clutch, and although he's low, he's almost taken him down. The shock dart may even kill off Jing, but it doesn't matter. It will be a last-second shot that ends up giving PRX a much-needed pistol round.
Well, that came very close. Travel time of that arrow, all that made the difference. But it's enough. PRX take the pistol, and this is a much-needed win. An injection of rounds early on.
It's PRX. We accept all. We accept everything. We accept everything here. 9 HP clutches, everything. We accept it all.
This for G2. Finally, we see a stall out to that momentum.
Good job.
Yeah, I think important that they get that job done for this one. Get themselves back into the map, and
that's a free orb.
Side almost trying to sell confusion here. They've got the Viper screen combining with the harbor wall.
Yeah, look at that. Actually,
it seems like PRX, similarly to the last round, are just happy to play
crazy.
around their opponent's utility, like almost use it to their advantage.
Fire.
whether or not they can
Fire, Jing. No, not
use
now.
the gaps more
Jing,
than
I'll
their
tell you.
opponents can.
Jing, I'll tell you. Don't fire now.
Taking a
Wait.
big gamble. The turret is watching the back, but they're committing 5
Nice.
players after making all this noise. The stack up is there
Nice.
from G2, but it doesn't seem to
Nice.
matter. They're being shredded on the site. With
Yeah,
one
but
man
it's an
behind
eco,
that wall,
so it's
soon to fall. It's icy down.
It's okay, as
and
you would
Leaf
expect.
to do it all. Let's see if he can find a 1v5 with a classic. No.
Nice, okay.
What a surprise.
Simple
3 kills from
round,
something.
only 1
Big
bit of
round, Red
damage.
farming up some orbs, and
Good
a
shit.
solid one without
No
a single
problem.
player falling for PRX.
Let's go.
Yeah, and the thing is, they invested in with 4 rifles.
ये
So
foot
normally
वाले क्यों
you
नाच
would
रहे?
expect
क्यों
that,
क्या
okay,
हुआ?
Maybe you can afford to lose a couple of players. In that case, they couldn't, but they kept it. So
There's an eco,
ridiculously
can't
clean.
expect too much, but we're
Didn't
at
really
least here.
struggle at all.
Now is where we start
Kinda
fragging.
spread
Come on.
across the board, which
Come on.
obviously it's
Something's
nice.
Vandal's gonna work now.
But right
He's feeling
now
it.
will be a little
We've
bit
got the Vi on
frustrating.
Outlaw.
But then they bought back
The
up with an
Seconds on
Outlaw
Guardian.
as
Okay,
well.
we've
Like,
got
we
a
see this
bunch.
quite
We actually got
often,
a decent
having
bunch
that
of
lurking
weapons.
player just being
And
able
on the
to
other side,
hold down
2
mid,
guys
watch
are on
everybody
half
try and
armor.
push
So
on
this
the
is
A
Devi's
site.
playground.
For now, though,
Where's he going? Where's Devi going? Devi's going on A.
because they lose this
They've
bonus.
already, dude, look at how.
Strong bonus.
Okay, that's a lot of sound. Oh, it's to pull up rotations. That's actually so good. Look at the rotation pull off.
Reminder, there it is. Man's lost his shift key. We'll see if he finds it soon. Running back down the tube.
That's so good. The amount of sound he created and the amount of commitment from G2.
Player right down below him.
Now they're scared. They're
But
scared of
something
it. So
is
they're
just
gonna let
playing an
A be, and they've
unhinged
taken.
style
Yeah,
here. He
that's
gets
so good.
shot in the back, but it's just a tickle, and that actually spurs
Now
him
they're
forward to
worried
look
about
for
B.
another fight. Jonah
They're worried
B.
about B, but good
All
job, good
around
job.
B,
I like it.
while
I like
A
it.
side's
That's actually really smart
So
because
focused
mid
on
always
hitting
calls
the
out for the
enemy
rotations
side.
towards
They
B.
just walked into the site and planted the spike. Like, you can't blame them. When a guy is
Well
running
done.
around like a lunatic, you go, okay, I should keep an eye on him. And you need to still keep an eye on him.
Oh, something.
There was a pixel there that maybe he could find something. Even spotting players around mid.
They didn't
You
hear
should
him?
know that he's still here. But it
They
seems
heard him,
like
right?
They're just relying on this wall, the turret. Is he going to get past it? He is.
Oh, he gets past it.
Turret.
Let's go.
Just going in behind them.
One more.
The one-shot
One more.
bomb,
Please
but
stay alive.
they
Just stay alive.
have
Stay
to
alive.
deal
Please
with
don't go.
this
Don't go.
man.
Don't go. Just stay alive.
Has been
Just stay
about
alive.
dealing with something.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
They haven't even seen anyone else.
Stay alive. Stay alive. My
Spike,
king.
sure, but
My
the
king.
guy's still behind them, spraying away. Now the fight up in front. Okay, something falls. So too does Divide. But
Nice.
Spike not even half just yet.
Mind freak.
These are good. Mind freak.
Nice.
That's another and a triple to close it out. All eyes were on something, but it's Mind Freak that pulls off the magic.
Oh my
A
god.
Red Bull clutch that was
Something created
high
so much
impact
space
for
for them,
sure.
but in the end, even
But
after
it's
G2
just
won all of those
again, one of those
fights,
rounds that you're gonna
it
look back
had
on
to
and go,
be
"Wow, they
the
didn't forget
gangster,
about him," but
the
it was
king.
like, you forgot who he was, like what he was going to be doing. There was so many moments in that round where you just think, even though something, he doesn't get like the triple kill, he doesn't get the multi-frag, there was so little time left that it almost just became panic station for the rest of the team because they're so focused on killing one guy. And of course you are, it's the solo jet running down mid. Well, you're not going to expect him to be alone.
I haven't seen.
Do they expect Valen on top?
Time outside of rank. Hello.
Nice.
Early fight. Valen's not going to get anything, but Divide goes down. Early flank underway. Turret's much more passive, so Leaf will get pretty close. Not close enough to actually.
Oh,
take anyone down.
Leaf.
He could. Oh, of course.
This
Divide's
guy.
on the right away. So yeah, he's able to make it all the way up, making it into heaven, grabbing himself a weapon, and now a serious danger down below. He's got something. The res is right above. It's free for Leaf. 4 already. A phenomenal round, and he's looking for more. Mind Freak has to do it again. This time a 4K against pistols, but he's 30 HP.
Oh, we talk about forgetting about something. I think they forgot the turret was down. He got so much space. Mind Freak might get an isolated 1v1, but now the Sheriffs, well, we normally talk about hitting a headshot. They definitely don't need that. Body shot will do the job. He's trying
What
to sell the
happened?
idea
I don't
he's
know.
Pushing into the A site, but that idea has not been sold.
Davai didn't give call for backstab. No, he. I don't know. They probably expected him not to come that quick.
To the board for G2, and well,
I think they didn't expect him to come down that quick.
For PRX.
Oh, huge. The fact that Devi's first to die is unfortunate, like you said, dropping the
That was a
turret,
throw.
his
That was a
position,
throw. That
giving
was a
free
big
weapon
throw. How
down
does
below.
Leaf get
The fact that the
4
res
there,
goes in
bro?
on top, just
How does he
as
get
something
4?
dies, they panic to try and cover Devi so he doesn't die a second time, and that ends up giving a flurry of frags over to Leaf. Now 15 and 11. And 1 away from a lockdown. G2 have a lot of high-value
Someone
ultimates
should
coming
watch.
online.
I agree.
Same can be said for PRX here on the attack, though. This is where everything's
Let's see
going to be
how fast they
decided,
can-
9-7. The gap either going to close or be extended massively by G2 here. Credits down to the last for PRX.
Yeah, it's done a lot of damage. The only thing that's going to pad the gap is the Viper's pit. By having a stinger in a pit, absolutely fine. But they need to get into the afterplan. Look how quick G2 are already moving around that flank. They're in the spawn already.
Oh, but that's okay actually.
This time,
because there's a Viper's pit, that's a lot of cover. And the one problem that they have right now is this flank here. No, Forsaken.
Reckoning going to clear a lot of space here as well. Give away that information. They know exactly where something is. He's stunned up, gunned up. Leaf.
Come on. Nice, Jing.
Keeping it competitive. G2, 3 versus 2. Having to fight through the pit, though, could be the advantage they need. In goes the Thrash. And Mindfreak can't quite dodge it. They know exactly where he is. The pressure is on Jing. He has to cover this man to keep the pit online, to keep the chances there for PRX. And he'll get nothing. Bar the one, G2 now double digits on the board. Pit invested for PRX.
Bro, that one round changed the game.
Well,
that one Leaf round changed the game.
It's definitely not going to be an ideal scenario. Don't think that's quite... Not sure it works like that.
That's how the finisher goes, but...
Oh yeah, no, beautiful.
G2 are really good at covering up there.
The flank came through so fast that, although I was a little bit worried, this is the thing that's great about G2 is they're so methodical. They put the Reckoning through and I go, okay, there's a gap. And that gap is where Forsaken is. Flash, just around the corner, just to make sure. It's so clean with making sure that there isn't those gaps left. And while put them into a great position. Still though, Bladestorm, something, mentioned it in the first half. We know what this guy can do with it. Already going to take a lot of early space. They also have the Hunter Fury as well.
Welcome.
So this can get into the late round. It could get dangerous, but that lockdown's available.
Yeah, the backstab is turning out to be a problem because Device is losing. They need to get early backstab information. They're getting it very late. Last time, they kept the alarm bot here and they were waiting for that. This time they got the turret.
Flank was attempted for a moment. G2, though, seemed to have fallen back. Maybe assuming that the lockdown's going to send them in the other direction, but they might not know PRX. This is a team that isn't keen to give up on the A game. Still looking for, well, the A side.
They've got the A side pretty much in control. They're going to get the plant down easily.
Starts to adjust again. Clearing in middle, getting all the information. The plant is going to be enabled, and something is desperately looking for someone to give them a fight. Because
this time, no backstab. This time, they're coming from mid.
For the rest of the team. Devi
they're going back from CT.
Everything else is
come on, something.
Stingers. He just wants to try and get something out of it revealed, but does have support.
Why is nobody ready to break that flash? Why is nobody ready to break that damn flash?
Back and forth the kills go, but it's still
one Gecko has literally ruined your life.
But he's fragging out, lighting Leaf down. The defuse already halfway. He's sticking it all the way, and Forsaken had to fight. Fallon on a sliver of health gets it across the line with plenty of time left. It's 11 to 7. The lead for G2 cemented, and they're in the home stretch now.
He's never going to get to use it. He's trying so hard to do the finisher, but never quite gets it done. Boy, he's so low on the time, but this must have been just the biggest jump scare ever. 20 HP. It wasn't far away for Forsaken. And well, Alex, and he needs to breathe, needs to get the frustration out because he's about to talk to the boys. That's what he always says. He's like, I get the frustration out, then I talk to them in a calm manner. Well, they've lost 3 rounds in a row. They're 2 away from losing their own map choice. And he's got to try and come up with something here. Because there's been quite a few of these rounds, Mitch, where they haven't been far away.
Once again, problem being that PRX are giving up control unnecessarily by losing. Dude.
So I just think they're utilizing what they have slightly better.
4 players got blinded there. 1 flash. 1 single flash from the Gecko. Breakable. Complete. 1 bullet is all you need. Nobody's ready to break it. Jing got blinded, who's sitting. Somebody needs to break it for Jing at least. For God's sake, break the damn flash.
Numbers, winning out his fights, his supportive utilities being up there as well. And on the side of PRX, like you say, they've been close, and that's the most frustrating part about it. Having it within your grasp and then feeling it slip away with a 4-round gap. It's now or never. They've got to step it up. And no ultimates online. A res and a lockdown just went away, but G2 come in with the advantage. They have not only the Viper's pit, but a Hunter's Fury as well. And those ults have been finding impact.
Yeah, as I said, I think most of, if not all, their ultimates have been super high impact whenever they've put them into play. And what, immediately, I'm going to see that Viper's Pit. Try and funnel them in a different direction. Drone yet to be put into play for Forsaken.
Come on, spam him out.
Has the dart, so they could opt to try and fight him, but there's always a massive gamble, especially with the position that Jonah B is playing.
I also love the super deep alarm bot.
Yeah, exactly, to allow him to keep this.
Try and deny that utility, assuming that you would be playing that little bit more passive. That it'd be around the choke.
This is actually so good. They've completely cut off B main. PRX are forced to go A.
Really nice,
and they're playing retake on. They're playing retake on A. They're focusing a lot more on mid. They expect it to be a mid A. They want to kind of pinch here. Is what G2 are expecting.
Feels like they're doing exactly what G2 want them to do.
Yeah.
They're fighting for mid control just to make sure they can't split back towards the B site. You got the Hunter's Fury for an attempted plant.
This is such a force out of A. They want PRX to go A. They want PRX to go A and get the plant and try to play for the post plant.
But I feel like G2 haven't given any of them away. They've been so good at making sure that doesn't happen.
If he gets a kill, I'm gonna.
There's the man advantage.
How?
Extended on. That shot just
and Jonas got one on the backstep. Why? Okay, he went on the flank. Mindfreak wanted to go on his own flank.
PRX don't have any ground to fall back to. They have to fight forward. That's exactly what they're going to try to do. Something in Forsaken, the sprays, just avoid it. Then G2 go on the push.
Okay.
Forsaken.
Okay, my god.
Forsaken keeping it alive on the site, but he can't do much from that corner. And the spray, close as it was to a collat, it won't get it done. 12 rounds on the board for G2. 5 chances to close this one out. Lotus up next, and Bind if they need to go all the way. That's a really good safety net for them.
Yeah, but again, you're going into your map choice, and with the preparation that's clearly there for G2. As I said, this round, it looks like they orchestrated it. It literally looked like they handed them a script and said, this is what you're going to do, and PRX went, yeah, all right.
But he fired a shock dart for default, immediately popped the ult, and then fired it through so it covers as they run away from the shock. So no matter what, you're taking the damage.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
And that was all really the goal was. Get an opener, play the retake. They've had such stellar retakes and post plants. 3 retakes in a row now for G2, and they haven't, other than the one with the classic, they haven't had too many problems. There we go though, the battle for B. I think the expectation was after the A hits, it's going to eventually fall back in this direction. Valen is in a great spot, if not cleared. He's not been cleared, it's a bit of a mistake, and now he gets to just pounce on the remaining players. Even still, PRX are keeping this one close, and the Rez actually puts it in their favor.
Yeah, I like the Valen's just falling back, giving up that space. He'll use his wall to hopefully slow them down.
Alex ko call lagaya shayad. No. Stop molding. I can't stop molding, bro. They're making such weird mistakes. It's crazy.
Advantage there. Damage done to Valen. This seems to certainly be a favored round for PRX. Perhaps the start of the comeback. Shock dart's good for some damage. A few of these players now lit up.
Ooh, okay, one for Leaf, but again, no chance with the trade. Jin gonna heal himself back up and leaves just a couple standing. Valen trying to bait them in, but they've put him into a tunnel, and it is a solid round. Forsaken with 3, and PRX, well, they need 4 more.
4 in a row. It's doable. We saw G2 close out the half in just the same fashion. They can hit their stride. But for G2, the other thing is, you take a look at those credits. They're starting to run a little dry. This squad does have Reckoning to work with. No other ultimates close to being online. It looks like a light buy based around the Outlaw. Big fan of this kind of setup. Question is where it's going to be used. And for Leaf, it seems to be a middle peak. He'll have his turret covering it. And they are moving.
Bro, last first map prediction. Yeah, sure.
Outlaw can have the impact.
Ain't making it out of groups, I can bet, bro.
Not going to be anything, and it's the same again. Okay, nice shot.
Okay, Jonah.
Someone's been doing their aim training, that's for sure. And even the trade's not looking good, or not like this. This would be the worst way to let a map slip away. In fact, it's even...
What?
It's just
misclicked.
What?
He's misclicked it. He meant to drone.
Oh, that's just... it's gone horrifically.
Okay, he gets 3. It's okay.
This round
I'll take it.
like
I'll take it.
Maybe in the most uncharacteristic way, they might take it anyway. Flank coming in. That's the major danger. And
Are we really losing after getting 3?
And now he's under real pressure. The spike gonna take some serious damage. And he's, I think he's just got
Fuck
lost
off.
in the
No,
soul
I'm
sleep.
mad.
It's
I'm
gonna
actually
be there
mad.
to close out
No,
the
I
round.
understand
Around the
if
PRX
he's also
are
mad.
definitely going
This
to
one,
want to
Alex is
forget.
also mad.
Yeah, I think
This
that's going to be a hard
is
one to forget, though.
this is
We'll be
this
talking
is
about that
annoying,
for a
bro.
while. And MasterCard Thrifty closing out the map 13-8, and G2, they look very strong. That was PRX's map pick, and they had them outclassed, outthought every step of the way. Now we look forward to Lotus, forward to Bind, and think, will they have a chance? Well, we're going to find out after the break.
Once again, guys, I have a call. I have a call. Okay. Hold on. Everybody who's okay. Shush. This monitor is good though. What monitor? Mahendra gold se upar aaja, bro. Correct. True. You are exactly correct. Mahendra gold se upar aaja. खेलता भी नहीं है गेम तो फिर क्यों अगर खेलता भी नहीं है इफ यू डोंट इवन प्ले द गेम यू डोंट इवन प्ले द गेम हाँ PRX बहुत बेकार खेली. I can't disagree with that. What's up, Paul? Welcome back. I don't know what PRX did in that first map, but they were completely flabbergasted. Yeah, look at Achilles.
Is in his feels right now. He's just having a day, aren't you, there, buddy? You want to talk about it? You want to discuss things?
So many mistakes.
Roller coaster of a game. So jazzed up, so entertaining, so exciting.
Yeah, man.
You're scaring me,
so damn
Seth.
frustrating at the same time.
Hey, look, I mean, we knew that this was going to be a tough game, for both teams, right? And I think you heard even Coach Josh RT saying how, he knew that they were prepped, they were ready to
Daniel,
go.
hello. I said hello that time itself, huh?
That coordination, Mimi, has just been so freaking
Nick logic I play CS to 5 what's the difference
with
play
this
like
Harbor
play
combo.
style
I think on the
NA
attack side,
and
obviously we know it's really good for X.
I say bhai, we here to troll.
Deep off of it.
We are just here to troll.
Valen was even using in the post fight. You see this one here.
Let's see what's gonna happen on Lotus. Let's see.
This lockdown. Then they switch on over to the defensive side, and I think it was just as good with some fantastic retake protocols. It is clear what Josh is saying about putting in the work on this map because they looked clean fundamentally.
There are so many rounds. There are so many rounds. I can point out, I can make clear-cut indications of where these guys have messed it up. Like, I cannot explain the number of times that I've seen that the Killjoy Lockdown and Viper round, that one. Oh wait, okay, we've got Neon Comp on Lotus Park. Okay, the Viper pit and the Lockdown round, both sides which they used. That one round, the one round where Forsaken he fat fingers the ult. Then another one. There were so many rounds where it felt like they were doing the stupidest things possible. The backstab round, that Leaf 4K backstab, where he pulled out the ult, Jing got the revive, even that got completely destroyed. This was the only good round from PaperX I saw, which was like, extremely well thought out on the attack side. Because everything else seemed like such a problem. And even this came so close because Mind Freak had to 1v3 it in the end. In the end, Mind Freak had to 1v3 it. Check Discord DM after. Yeah, okay, then I will. So many mistakes by PRX. I cannot at all disagree. Too many.
Broke the turret. He was running around in mid. He was causing so much disruption.
I didn't like it. I genuinely didn't like it. There was a reason why. I went against my instinct and I picked G2 to win this. You can see. You can see, guys. You can see. I have chosen G2 to win this.
Interesting in the PaperX camp right now, so let's go ahead and hear from Coach Alex, what he has to say as they get ready for map 2.
Alex!
I'm here right now with Alex of PaperX. Alex, that was a really frustrating first map. What do you think the team was lacking on Icebox that you hope will be remedied or fixed on map number 2?
Yeah, we had a game plan going in, but we didn't really follow it on our attack side, so that's a little bit disappointing. And I hope that on game 2 we will, I think, calm ourselves down a little bit and step it up.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and we're going to see if PaperX can take Lotus from G2.
Pressure, of course, is on, and you hear Coach Alex talking about keeping those nerves, keeping the team calm. They're going to need to do that, as they're going to be facing the...
This guy will be freaking jinxing it all.
Against G2. Lotus coming up next, G2's pick, and I'm curious to see what we're going to get, really, from both squads out of this one, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious if there's any pivots in the composition for the side.
At least map 3, yeah, bro. At least map 3.
Has looked very good.
See, the thing is, Bind is incredibly good for G2. G2 are insane on Bind. And when I say insane, I'm not even joking about it, because these guys are actually crazy. Hold on. You want to look at G2's... Dude, I can't explain. Wait, where is it? Bind? Where's Bind? They beat Leviathan twice on bind. Even though they lost, look at their last 4 binds, bro. G2's last 4 binds, they haven't lost. And they played all of it just last month. They are very, very good. 47% doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All of this, look, see, this was Masters. Here also. Their bind is really good. I'm just saying their bind is really good. Sorry to break it to you, but PRX is not winning against Foot either. It would be really easy for me to say sorry to break it to you, but this would be your last message on my chat. I'm joking. We can hope, bro. We can hope. I'm a hoper. I'm a PRX fan. I will be a PRX fan forever. So, yeah. Ooh, that's a nice model.
I think it was a close defeat recently.
I think they always forget about flank late game. That G2 always good. They've read it. See.
PRX. So I don't think I would be very surprised if they were going to go. Okay,
yo, wait. Actually, hold on.
Everything we're doing within the composition. But ultimately, it's more so just some of the stuff we saw in the last map that I'm a little bit more worried about. Like, if there were opportunities for the likes of Leaf to get into really awkward positions as it was meant.
Wait, I want to see leaderboard of Pickens. So this kid, only 927 people are there here, right? Who have gotten Trace Esports right. So this guy's got pretty much the same as me. Look. Oh wait, he thinks Foot win. I also think Foot win. Here G2, yeah. PRX, Foot, G2, yeah. Exactly the same. This is the only difference between the top guy and me. Oh, he thinks FPX beats Sentinels? Interesting. We heading into Lotus. We have Jet and Neon. We have Fair and KO. These guys have Fade, Raze, Killjoy, Viper. Man, I'm concerned. I can't lie, I'm concerned.
To slow it down unless you are committing that player to stay behind.
An IGL is needed, but in place of whom? I don't think PRX need an IGL if they're making constant. Wait, how many points do I have again? My pick'em has how many points? I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I have 25. Not bad. So, guys, I am amongst 52% of the people. But I'm going to be amongst everybody on top. Why? Because I know Crew are going to win. I know DRX are going to win. I know Fnatic are going to win. I was right about it all. Alright, here we go. Freak it all. Okay. For the people who are here for PRX, people who love PRX, can we do the same thing we do for G? Come on, everybody. PRX win. Hashtag PRX win. And give them little love. Can we give some love? I'm giving it straight from my heart. Little bit love for PRX. Come on. Little bit love for PRX. Let's go. PRX win. Come on, please. The gods of Valorant, give us a map number 3.
Knowing what they want to do, confident in their own map choice, it's still a very good map for PRX. I don't think they're going to be too worried going into this one.
Yeah, one of the criticisms you heard, I think it was Mimi on the desk who was saying that Jing was taking a couple of fights on his own, a couple of individual tools. And sure, a lot of the time, especially in the first half, he had something with him. There was always that duo system. You're not going to see that most likely this time around because this whole composition is made to set
It's okay, Sumant and Lakshya. What are we without some haters?
Some of the issues.
We would not be where we are without haters.
G2 are playing as a cohesive unit.
PRX loves lower bracket. Exactly.
In every decision, in every moment, in how disciplined they were before the retakes, in re-clearing space. When you look at PRX, we didn't see that same level. We saw them get caught off guard, and now I hope that won't be the same.
Think about the 3-man.
He changed sensitivity.
Where they were able to flank so far.
Yo, I love that. I love that little bear on top.
That's more difficult to avoid when it comes to a map like Lotus when you're not running a Sentinel. Yeah. So it's definitely going to have to be something in the back of PRX's mind that, okay, they're going to try and challenge us for space. Are they going to be making those like deep A pushes as we see so regularly? Are they going to have a sort of jump spotter on C that can give them that early information? And if they are, how do we shut that down? How do we make them play a little bit more scared? Because if you allow G2 to have all of that control on that defensive side,
bro, change sense mid game. Yeah.
You can't allow that to happen.
No, you really can't. For PRX, the pressure is most certainly on. This map and
Come
the
on,
next need
come
to go
on.
their way, and G2,
PRX.
well, they seem to be the more refined
Come on,
team,
PRX.
at least on the first map. We'll see if that changes as we're about to get into Lotus. G2's map pick, and they'll start this one out on the defense.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into this one. I think, especially for PRX, after having that map sort of slip away from them, starting on the attack is going to be good. Like, having the ability to set the pace, and that pace is going to be high tempo. For now, though, it's more of a spot. Jonah P's just looking for information, but he's taken the head clean off.
That's a GG. Yeah, we lost.
Yeah,
we lost. I'm sorry. We lost.
Him go first.
We lost.
I'm
sorry. We lost. After that, we lost.
At least they'll trade out the life of a man for the site control. Losing out on that fade utility hasn't stopped them. Putting boots on the ground. The retake from G2 quite quick. Paranoia.
What's up, Sonny? We have one map down. What was the scoreline? 13-8.
Nade is slowing them down.
But it was bad, Sonny. It was bad.
To start this off.
Even the 8 rounds we won. Oh my God! Fuck off, Jonah!
He's just taken over. 3 headshots already. That sheriff in his hand. It's looking like it has
oh my God.
More, but the trade back
Let's go for second.
All on Jonah P. Fourth in the round, and finally he's put down.
I'm sorry. Guys, I'm ending the stream. I'm leaving. No, for real, I'm leaving.
What a pistol round. Now I know what the P stands for.
Precision. 1-0 for G2, and my goodness, yeah, we talked about Leaf, we talked about Jonah P, more so in their ability to get behind you and find those free kills when you ain't looking, but it seems Jonah P's stepped it up a little bit. Look at this. Gorgeous first shot, and then these follow-ups are absolutely clinical. Even grabbing another to make it doable for Leaf in the end. Might have come close, down to 7 HP, but it's not close enough.
It's literally only because Leaf has shields. That's the difference maker.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because,
I can feel the pressure for PRX.
That saves them because PRX actually did very well, and they forced. They're going straight into the B site. They have got guns to play with, looking for those SMGs. And well,
that's
already speak about the pistols, but the trade from Trent gives them the advantage.
Divide at least gets a 1.
He's doubled up.
Come on, something.
With Icy needs to keep control over.
Come on, something.
Pressure.
Nice. Okay. We get 1 each.
There and the swing in from Lee.
Okay, decent damage. We got 3.
Double on the stinger.
We got 3. Didn't get the plant, but at least we got 3.
As well.
Built up, so you can see a slightly better buy than what they had in the last round for G2.
I think I just disconnected and reconnected. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I'm back.
It is PRX. Maybe they do it again.
Oh my God.
One of the only investments other than pistols.
There we go. Something. Good shot.
They're still gone for the sheriffs though. You know,
refresh,
yes,
please refresh.
PRX are not going to lose their mojo. Still coming in. An opening pick towards the A site. Weapon on the floor. I actually think that was a Phantom too, because there was a lot more upgrades than you might have thought in the last couple seconds.
Dude, G2 are so good at freaking. Dude, their cross-map play, their cross-map informational game is so good. They lose a player here, they're going for a little bit of informational pick, and how they go? They go with 3. The 3 players that don't really need to be in anchoring positions, they go on a hunt. And they go, they get 2, and they fall back as well.
Not really any need to. I see already reclaiming a little bit of ground.
As much as I hate watching PRX lose, I'm genuinely enjoying G2 play. Like, they're playing such good Valorant. I can't deny it.
Yeah. Troublesome position now. Something needing. Oh,
come on.
One of the craziest plays with how low he is.
Come on.
The rifle's not even that much.
Come on, King.
A hit because a single bullet will leave him down in the dirt. And while
nice, okay.
At least the first.
Mindfreak.
Still hinging on something, and especially with Mindfreak
1v3.
Down.
Something 1v3.
That's where things should stop. They haven't cleared him just yet, but, well, now he's been seen. Taken down, and the upgrade's just fine for G2. 3 players surviving. Phantom to be taken through to the next round. Some Bulldogs as well. At Bulldog,
G2's patience.
Solid start for the defensive side. PRX, they've certainly shown that they're willing to brawl and able. And that may stand to them in the next round, but not just here.
Yeah, the problem is, although they've kept the economy relatively honest, you're still going to have 5 rifles. You're still going to have enough to probably invest into the next round anyway.
Yeah, okay.
You got
Trent.
3-0 start.
Yeah, why not?
It really does just put them on the back foot almost immediately. I think if PRX don't find a response here, this could very quickly get out of control.
Oh yeah, it could spiral. Trent. Well, I liked his Bulldog. Let's see how much I like his Odin. Sat inside of tree. Spam already. Gonna light up Jing a little bit. and slow down the rest of the squad in clearing out that space. Slowing down PRX is something not a lot of players can do. He's just getting all the walls lit up, turning them into Swiss cheese, but PRX have waited out the spams.
And in fact, they're going to fall back off it. Maybe just wanting to set up Mind Freak, but no.
PRX win this round. Let's see.
No
the problem is they've got Trent's ult. Trent's ult, they're going to play on C, retake on C, because they are playing full retake on C.
The deep turret gives Leaf the information, and they do have Nightfall to play with, so that's the other thing. It's possible that they're just going to look to play this as a retake.
Nice.
Instead, especially after the utility
nice.
Down. Just going to fall back. I say that, still within the site, who hasn't been spotted again. It's Danger Man, Jonah P.
Where's the CT smoke?
Yeah. Sat in the smoke, waiting for it to
where's
fade.
The CT smoke anyway? Why have they smoked off on site here?
Devi's gone too. That should have been the trade. And instead, Forsaken as an impossible task. 4 players coming his way, and nade used alongside a reveal. They know roughly where he is, and now the rest of the util comes in. The C's saved until they have the information. That's an absolutely gorgeous play.
He smoked, I don't know why. He smoked on site here. He smoked on the right side, so it covers half of CT, and it covers waterfall at the same time. But what's the point of that? Look at the smoke, look at the smoke. The smoke is on site here, right here. The one that you just saw right now, this smoke. This right here is the smoke from Mind Freak.
He's getting vulnerable
where Jonah was just sitting.
Or he gets hit by the C's. And
I don't know why that smoke was put. What is the point of that smoke? I get that it covers off the people who are trying to walk in because it's a one-way. The minute you walk in from waterfall, it covers off the vision. So we have to take a neat fight there.
One of the things that often
but it's
slows down
still
those
an opportunity for them to crawl in.
They moved quickly towards A, slowed down with the spams, waited, and then went up and opened the door. Like you said, they feigned that they could have been in tree. But then once the door was closed, they just put a Prowler in on G2 and went, oh, no one's there. Yep. I think they might be going somewhere else. And at that point, Jonah P gets into position. He's ready for that hit, and he does not leave. The man plants his feet in the ground and says, I'm standing here. Takes down Arlong Park.
So much better than
4-0 for G2, and a timeout for PRX. They're already feeling the heat.
Yeah, understandably so. Like, you've lost your own map choice. Again, I think fantastic retakes and adaptation from the side of G2 to deal with what was hyper-aggressive, fast-paced rounds. And now it looks like G2 have come into this one, knowing what they're coming up against. I don't think anybody expected PRX to swap their comp on this one. And they look very comfortable. Like, again, like you're seeing, whether it's the early rounds where they just seem to be so good at grouping up for the late round retakes and playing as a squad, or even just in that round where you had a surprise player that actually caught PRX off guard, which was the whole idea when we talk about PRX potentially winning this one, is can you beat them with the pacing? And as Mimi said on the desk, she thinks it's a great matchup for G2. Right now it is looking that way. There needs to be some sort of response. And while with how many rounds they've lost in a row, the loss bonus is there. Bladestorm available for something. Let's hope this is the start of something.
Trent opening the door? He's trying to spot how many players are outside. And now he hears the steps up close, so a little bit late. But that could have been something. Still something to be afraid of on the side of PRX. You can see them taking their time and closing the distance. They've heard the reload. They know there's another wave of spams about to go, and they think they've bypassed it, but there's still someone covering it on the walkthrough. They've seen that one man of something has already crossed. Nightfall to be used, but something's around the back. He's gotten closer than expected. Icy covering it from up top, though. Now they maintain their control, slow the push from PRX, send them in the other direction, but Jonah P waiting as usual on a sliver of HP, and he triples up Devi, the last man standing. Another unbelievable round from G2. They barely break a sweat unless Devi can turn up the heat, and he doesn't know that there's a player sneaking right around behind him.
They've got the spike as well. It was irrelevant whether or not he managed to win the battle over on the A site with the spike being down on B, but yeah, Jonah P today, it's just having one hell of a performance. We saw, like, he was pretty good in the last map, but this has been ridiculous. Like, being able to re-isolate each one of those jewels, it's just solid positioning. Dodges the initial utility, re-peeks back into the second player, and then just tries to catch a time. Like, he knows if he just allows him to swing, he's definitely dead.
Yep.
But that's got, yeah, it's got to be infuriating.
It's even the fact that he pulls back around the corner for a second. These players hit by Nightfall, running the other direction. They're thinking he's going to jump on the box. He's low HP. No, he just wide swings them again and again. gorgeous play. And 5-0 for a reason. G2 are looking unbelievable. PRX struggling to get even a round on the board just yet. A rifle for something and pistols to back them up. This is the kind of round where they have so far done the most damage. We'll see if that carries through and converts to a round win.
I think the Nightfall overdrive, it's a pretty nasty combo.
Yep.
But then again, look at the position that Trent is playing in. Like, just consider that right now. He is literally just playing full retake. They've got the Viper's Pit down on one side. They know that in these moments, there you go. They've expected the Nightfall. As said, sometimes it really does look like PRX are just reading from the hymn sheet of the opponents because they've used their ult. It's not really gained anything, and G2 are very happy to play the retake.
Yep. They were ready for this from the get-go. One flank position from Forsaken, though, that could catch them off guard. Look at that. He's got a nasty angle. He hears the steps, and Jonah P, a taste of his own medicine. Dropped from behind. A rifle to be recovered. PRX with a stance to fight from. Jing's caught off. The finger gun's not doing the damage. They'll concede the space, let them down the stairs, and fight them on the site, but Leaf wins that one too. Now looking for control over Tree. They'll find it for free. It's Maine. They've got to fight, and the swing is good with Leaf getting his third of the round. It's another successful defensive side already guaranteed to be equal at the half, and I don't think G2 are going to slow down.
It's just how confident they're playing. As said, like, to just completely give up the site to PRX, have that much faith in your ability to retake, but you kind of understand why.
Fuck this shit. I'm not ready for this. No, fuck this shit. No, I'm mad. I'm actually mad. I'm watching this with my own eyes, but I can't imagine what I'm seeing.
It wasn't even that close in the end with how much time they actually allowed them to set up. I think, what, like 2.5 seconds still remaining. They are looking super comfortable.
What is happening?
We're going to see an investment, but using that Nightfall in the last round to very little effect. It was more the lack of
They take air double control again.
that gave them that sight.
But something's got an op this time. And yeah, he's gone back. That's it. They're going to force them. See, that's exactly what they want.
It's not like there's been big peaks coming out of G2. They're very happy to sit back and let PRX push into them. Lockdown in play. Jonah P. Again, the positioning.
Oh, okay.
Was
okay,
perfect.
we get one trade.
Right in front of Device Spray.
Again,
you're going back C? Yeah, we're going back C.
At least PRX have managed to keep this one even. One of the better opportunities they've had. Now, it's going to split the
IC's got
quite
ult.
a bit more. Showstopper
IC's got ult.
So again, if they wanted to, they could
Mindfreak needs to make a play. He's got a bait. He's got a bait shot here.
All he's looking for is information.
Close corner cleared.
Which he should get now.
Yeah, they spot 3. He spots 2 at least, I think.
Have to wait and see.
But they're still not giving up just yet. Something's waiting for a free
fire.
flag.
If Lee swings this and they get the kill, they will run back in the other direction. In fact, they're going to do it anyways. Something. Now moving through to
G2.
space.
They're not even rotating.
The patience of G2 is commendable, to say the least. This swing, yes,
nice.
It works out. Icy's down, but the trade attempt is there. Down to the shorty, closing the distance. Something playing a crazy game. Upgraded to the rifle, downgraded perhaps, and Leaf doubles it.
How does he get 2, bro?
And Trent, Mindfreak knows he's up close, but now the info goes both ways. The spray comes close, Mindfreak.
Nice! Oh my god, again it had to be Mindfreak to clutch them out. Again it had to be Mindfreak.
I think again, a lot of it comes down to just being able to get into that site and find the opener. Something does well with the operator and then just playing off of that late round. And again, even just the trade.
This is what I pay my memberships for, Pratyush.
Such high impact
But
from Jonah P. This will get them onto the board. It's just whether or not they can now.
Let's see how much I'll mold when season split 3 starts.
That's still going to be in play for this next round, and they have themselves the null command, which will have value in reducing Leaf setup. Instead, though, the defense have got aggressive on both sides of the map.
Nice, Jing. Okay.
Usually
no.
The push and the pull, but this was just the push. PRX found themselves the pick. It's being traded out on the other side. C-site left for a retake. Nano's broken already. 1 activated. We'll slow them down, section them off, but actually, I love this. I adore this. A little bit of damage done. Jing and Forsaken now decently low, but the plant will come through. PRX have some ground to fight from.
Trent's trying to sell the ruse.
Here we
Nade
go.
one side. He's been denied. Well, denied.
There's no way.
Maybe not denied the kills.
Oh my god!
Sees to the backside.
Oh my
god!
god!
There's at least was no one there. And the rest of the team just looking to push together. It's all going to be on to one. And while Devi, try as he might, won't manage to get anything.
Yeah, they might have hit him with the knife, but he stopped the show himself. Gorgeous stuff from Icy. Really impressed by him in this series so far and by G2 in general. We expect this to be a close one on a surface level. There was always the chance of a mismatch of styles or of PRX. Look, like you pointed out earlier, Tom, on a downward trajectory in terms of international events. Last time they were at a Champs, Grand Finals, top 2. Now, they're being challenged in the first round. It's not a good look, but it's a fantastic look for G2. Coming from the challengers section of Valorant, the heights they've reached already, unbelievable. They may just be about to 2-0 PRX, certainly if it keeps going this way.
Even a bit back before they made it into the VCT, there was conversations about could this team just beat them anyway?
Yeah.
I think that was answered fairly quick. PRX again down.
Don't cry, I'm not crying, bro.
Shoddy by 3 pistols, a couple of Guardians. We haven't quite seen those same hero plays that we've wanted to at least. There was 1 or 2 on the previous map, but I guess Mindfreak's double is about the best we've had so far.
Yeah, that's true, Mitch.
Did get them their first round. Now an attempt to just walk through. Well, that's going to be revealed. Solid utility. Maybe not the gun for it, or maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. I take it back.
Sorry,
somehow Gents made that work.
I am done.
He's finally put
this
down.
This is a disgrace.
Too little, too late.
This is a disgrace.
Well, you say
okay,
that.
No, it's not
Maybe
a disgrace
don't count
yet.
Devi out
It's not a
just
disgrace
yet.
yet.
45 seconds. He's got himself a rifle.
The Viking shit.
HP quite
25.
low. The chance for a big play. PRX
25.
needs something.
Come on.
They'll take any chance they can get.
Oh,
but
he's going to swing off the contact. Yeah,
the
there comes the contact swing. Yeah.
Good attempt by Devi. Baits out the first fight. Knows there'll be a swing backside because they've played enough rounds against G2. This isn't a squad that's going to send individual after individual to fight you. They group up, they play it together, and their reward is an 8-1 lead. But this man felt my heart skip a beat.
It's the moment of realization. I think he sees the little bit of like smoke from the dash and goes, wait, what? Oh! Still
what happened?
To get the kill.
What?
Had a little bit of support from his friends. 8-1.
What happened?
Whether you were a G2 or PRX fan, I don't think you expected it to be this dominant. They have looked incredibly strong. As said, on the first map, PRX were in it at a point, and then the adaptations came in. At this point, it seems like G2 have been ready from the get-go.
And G2 are adapting again.
Trent's got ult. He's gonna ult the minute they contact site on for the spike.
It's just gonna be the same old
the minute they tap the spike,
control, taking tree and fighting
there it goes.
And that early flank is
that's gonna catch 4.
Look at Mindfreak, he's staring forward. Jing's just about spotted them, and he will manage to at least do damage, making it doable for Mindfreak, who's grabbed the double. But again, the trades keep swinging in the other direction.
So
thanks to players like Jonah P. I don't understand how he does it again and again. Devi now has it all to do. He's got the right gun for the job. Gonna try to brr them out of this one, but it's gonna be difficult. Nice lineup. Good spam, but they're going right back. They're playing the same game. Diffuse already past half, and it's too far gone. The spray might be good for 1.
He jumped across and killed him.
But 1's all they get. 9-1 on the board, Tom. This is a devastating start to map 2. And well, G2's map pick for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah, even still, like it's been a solid map for PRX. They're just getting shut down. As I said, last time they played Jing, I think it was 28-14. He's 2-10. Like, he's not been in the game at all. I don't remember saying his name once. Like, it really, and that never happens. That never happens. He's one of the best individually skilled players we have in Valorant, but right now it seems like individual skill doesn't matter. Whoever they face off against, they're getting destroyed. Like, this is a pure team performance. The reads are impeccable. Like, every time that Nightfall is online for Trent, he is out of the site, and then he's going back in. And they are so happy to do that. We mentioned the flanks. I think this is the first time the flank has really been a big issue because they haven't needed to. They've had to read so often to get players in the right place, so they haven't needed to go around the flank. They throw it in here, and it does catch players. They also have fights from the broken door. Like, there's so much cohesion from this G2 roster, and that is the difference. Is it individual skill winning them all of these rounds? No. It is the cohesion between the players that they'll be supportive utility. Okay, Jonah P has won them a couple of rounds. with straight BS.
Yep.
Like just
100%.
like unbelievable
100%. From the
positioning
pistol.
and skill, but like other than that, they're just outclassing.
Oh, 100%. Like, at this point, Tom, people been telling me for a while, America.
I don't want to see this cute shit. I don't want to see this.
This is their number 2. I mean,
the only cute shit I want to see is PRX winning.
Worried. I'm starting to sweat a little bit, and I don't think it's just the temperature here. G2.
Well, I'll also say, I feel like there's even an argument if they are the number 2 because of how close.
The final, right?
Yeah.
It was OTs and
13, 15, 14, 16. Then they won 13, 9, lost it.
They'll get wrecked against Foot. Not gonna happen.
Number 2 in a technicality.
Yeah, and after their performance at the last international.
Yep.
Even less so. They've looked incredibly good.
But this is just
EDG are not beating
Foot.
Foot. Foot will win that
clean. The ideas, the executions. Nobody is greedy on this squad. Everyone's just playing it for the numbers to win the game, and that's all you can ask for.
B-Tech, I see.
Raylan starts it off.
That's okay, interesting, I see.
Will be a trade, but he's taken a lot of damage. A more direct approach this time from PRX, but I'm going to sound like a broken record.
Clearance.
These retakes have been stellar. Something's trying to get ahead of it. I really don't mind.
That's good. Yeah, to try and push that person there should have been the call. Okay, there we go. No, don't challenge!
But again, an impactful double.
Nice, nice. For seconds, 1 HP.
He's left to fight this alone. Oh, it's a bit of a wide swing, but now peek it together. Forsaken.
They got so
puts
lucky
the second
again.
round onto the board with 3 kills. At least something. Maybe they can start looking at curses.
Well, we're going to definitely hope that the 9-3 exists still, that curse. Well, it used to be a big thing, and PRX going to have to perform a ritual to bring it back. I'll need to find this round at least, and Tom,
maybe
so far,
Paperthin can do it. I've heard he's pretty good at rituals. I've seen him with the DRX jersey. He's not in the building, so he'll have to. I don't know. It means he can go out in the street and do it. In fact, that's what I want to see.
You want to see Paperthin in the street doing a ritual?
Yes, that's what it is.
All right, we'll see if we can arrange that.
That's the content I desire.
All right, well, I think you might be the only one. No way he's going straight through it. There's no way. Jonah P's positioning's been unbelievable. Trent, I love you, man.
Okay, he got caught.
Gorgeous play. Yes, he did, but look at the position of Leaf at this point.
No, he's going to get revealed.
Okay, he's revealed. He's revealed. He has to break it. Now they know. Now the flash goes through.
Good.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
There's the reaction from Paper.
Nice.
And the follow-up from Forsaken.
There we go, finally.
Now they're hitting their stride.
Oh my God,
it might
thank
be a little
God.
late in the half, but they've got the foundations laid. A pistol could bridge the gap, but they're going to need it.
Okay, 9-3. Curse incoming. Let's go.
Like,
the curse is here.
What was going to be done by Jonah P. I think that's the first time that he's actually been caught. And then also Forsaken. Last couple of rounds really stepping up to the plate. It's a mountain to climb, but luckily there's a second half after the break.
Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. That was so scary. Not gonna lie. That was very scary. What do you mean kick Jung? Chaba. Feels a tad bit too late. I guess we'll find out. Bad day to be a PRX fan. Agreed. You are correct. Comeback time. You are also correct. You are also correct. Let's go. No, absolutely not. I am gonna erase this tweet. Doesn't even matter. Yes, exactly. We win these lower bracket runs. Exactly. True. G2 a team that plays discipline where holds W. We now see which one works, which one. Man, shut the Satish Yadav, you are correct.
Map number 2, what could be the last of the series. G2 leading by 6 coming into the second half, Tom, and it has been a masterclass from this squad. Although PRX started to wake up towards the end of that last half. See if they can carry through that momentum here.
But they have to. Again, this is a group where there's a lot of threats. Like EDG and Foot is the.
Let's see, Divam, if it works.
And if this is the
I'll see. Otherwise,
maybe
gone.
It has been impressive level on the other side, but I do question whether or not we're going to sit there and go, can they beat either of the teams we'll see play later on?
Well, that's it.
Gift me, absolutely not. This
like
that much and all, I don't.
2 rounds to close out the last half.
One burger, I'll buy you.
It's a little injection of hope.
I will buy you a burger.
Round carries most of it on
One Mekalo Teki.
If PaperX
one Mekalo Teki, I'll buy you.
Again, the home stretch for G2, and we saw it. It was just too far out of reach on Icebox for PaperX to come back into. G2 didn't slow down. Barrier's about to go up. The challenge, not to lose 4 players to Jonah P's headshots.
Oh.
You know what? He doesn't have a sheriff.
Are they mocking us?
I'm not a believer. Already, though. Well, yeah, see, it's not a sheriff. Not quite as controlled, aggressive from the defensive side. They've met them outside B, and well, just about going to be the retreat. Keeps things easy.
Burger equal to 3 rounds, absolutely not.
Away from this. They want to fight. Well, maybe I was wrong. Jonah P with a double. It's not going to be 4, you know, not possible. But it's still pretty good. Last man standing something. Wow. I believed in the post plants of G2 throughout the entirety of these series. And I don't think I'm going to start.
Guys, सब लोग दिवम को पकड़ो. सब लोग दिवम को पकड़ो. Catch this guy. He's the culprit. He's the one who did this. Catch Divam. Everybody report him.
Trent with an Odin, didn't matter. I'm becoming a fan of this team very quickly.
He's just trying to get the whole team a raise. Is that the goal?
At this point, Tom, you disagree? It's been unbelievable, and although something grabs one, that is all she wrote.
The G2 manager's going, shut up, shut up.
10-3, double digits found in the first round of the second half. G2 certainly seemed to be in the home stretch. We saw a force buy from PaperX on their attack that didn't work. I'm not sure that we'll see it here, but
if they do it on defense, then I think Prey's almost just GG the game. Like, you're not going to have that extra injection of having the plant, so it's not. And the last time out, it was 1 player standing and they got a plant.
Phoenix rooting against his own region for this.
You're basically just going to go in with Sheriff.
That part, no, nothing like that.
Stingers with no shields or light shields. It's just not worth it. So it is just going to have to be the hard eco. Jing, a solo Sheriff. And although, yeah, if they do lose this round, it will be a massive jinx. The way that G2 have been playing, I would be gobsmacked if they lose this round.
Absolutely. They have been so disciplined. The teams that lose these rounds tend to be much more loosey-goosey, taking risks. Now you can see that
G2 are not taking risks.
They're willing to group up and do a little exec play. All the util thrown outside of A at Rubble.
G2, they read it at the right time perfectly.
Now they've got to go to the other side of the map, which is wide open. Typically you'll have your Sentinel on this side when you go for those big gamble plays, at least getting you the information early.
For
PaperX
freaking
will
hell's
struggle
sake.
with that as they don't have one.
Already. They're just set up, watching for the door. Wow. Something. He's going to be met by Leaf. It's only a pistol player, so not the end of the world, but we'll garner him an extra orb at least. For the rest, yeah, they've dropped a couple of players. This really isn't bad. Where did that come from? Again,
Forsaken something? They've got weapons as well.
Like, they're going to have to move quickly, and they're desperately low. Valen, a safe pair of hands, but not this time.
What a round! Oh my God! Something. How did he cluster?
The curse does exist because somehow they've managed to win.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable.
I don't even know how, but we take it.
Well.
We take it. We take it. We take it.
MasterCard Thrifty pulled out of absolutely nowhere. Typically, when we see those, there's at least a small bit of investment, but this really came out of the blue. Double digits for G2, sure, but that lead not extended on, and now the economy in a tough spot. Hey,
you didn't do anything.
To start this half out, this may well end up being one of the best for PaperX, surprisingly.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it as something you should attempt.
That's not a foolproof strategy, that's for sure.
It's funny as well because the time they invested into round number 2 as a force buy, it failed miserably. And the time they didn't, they win with 2 players standing. It's the most PaperX thing on the planet. And here goes Jing, continuing that train of thought. He's looking to battle and brawl, maybe get some confidence back. He's definitely had a bit of a rough map so far, but I don't think anybody's doubting that he can turn it around.
Yeah, that was his 3rd kill so far. Push up from something, good space taken.
Agree, for Champs bundle we win. No.
And it's left open for a moment.
I don't have money, man. From where I'll give you?
He has it perfectly, and he's not greedy. Just taking the one and backing off, holding the position now. Trent and Icy, the last two standing.
Come on, come on, come on.
Looks like PRX have really found themselves a way back into this series. Back into this map, more importantly. Fifth soon to come on the board with this firing squad waiting for them. And
nice
and easy.
For second. My God.
Sheriff, and if he wins this one, PRX may just walk off the stage. 10-5. Halfway there.
It's still a long, long road to go. And I think we know that getting back into the buy rounds is
Let's
where
go.
the expectation changes. But I do think that just boost of confidence. Like winning a round like that gets everybody hyped up, gets the blood pumping. Also just proves, you know, we can take these rounds away from them. We can still get away with the stuff that we've been attempting and that has failed. I think Forsaken, a lot of the time, puts the world on his back when things are going bad. We saw that in Madrid as well. One of the craziest shotgun plays. Like, no, the craziest shotgun play I've ever seen. Question now is, how far does that go?
They've got B. Forsaken's here. Brilliant knife. Pushes them back, but they're not going.
It's a big factor.
G2
Something certainly has it. Already going up aggressive on A. He's got backup. Prowler coming around, spotting a player close left, and he decides to back off. Yeah, this is a wise choice, knowing there could be a swing coming out from both directions. Can't see someone like Jing slow it down, even after a couple of bad rounds.
They're still trying to push A. I like it. That control is being taken, but G2 are going C. This is actually good in terms of information. Something's going to go away, but it might be late, yeah. Yeah, he's going to give it away. He's going to have to give it a plant. But Forsaken's not ready yet. That's a good nade. Holds him off for a little bit longer. Get one. Come on, Jason. Susanto, get the one, Susanto. The knife is broken. Got the plant. Come on, Susanto.
Not going to be denied just yet as they wait patiently for everybody to arrive.
Taking a leaf out of G2's book. PRX on the way in and up he goes.
No, Forsaken. Yes, nice. No.
Trent though manages the recovery, and Jonah P's there to help out. Forsaken, now the last man standing, misses the jump up top, or maybe he intended to stay below. He almost caught Trent off guard, but the reactions of this guy, unbelievable. Another triple for Trent, and 11 rounds now on the board. The home stretch well and truly in full swing for G2.
God, it's not like the other side where G2 can wait for their retakes and just everything falls into place. I don't mind the idea of the sort of the jump up from Jing, even if it's just the surprise factor of it. But again, whether it's Jonah P, whether it's Trent, like just having these positions to just almost maneuver around. That seems to be what's just so impressive about every player on this squad is their positioning. Again though, financially, PRX after the round, they won off pistols. Economically going to be good. That looked close, but no cigar.
Just a hair away, but it's enough. PRX don't claim the early advantage. G2 stacked up and ready to blitz out of this choke point. If they go for it, they could be in trouble. You've got Jing and Mind Freak ready to exact vengeance on them.
Oh, that fake smoke.
Towards the B side?
Oh, the leaf's not been checked.
They know that there's an op. You have to imagine there'll be deep utility used here to push them off the angle. Indeed, it's going to be the Prowler sent through, and it's caught him up close.
Oh,
got
Leaf.
the shot out. Now they've claimed the angle on the side of
And now
G2,
he's covered so much. He gets one.
Towards B. I mean, Leaf's already taken the space. The door's open. Nightfall goes through. It's a confusing one for PRX to read, and if they had an IGL, he'd be panicking about now. Forsaken, under pressure, manages the
Just
one.
the one. Come on, nice something. Nice Jing. There we go.
Leaves Valen alone. First goes his way. Now he can back out of there. Has the spike in his hand. They know exactly where he is.
What the fuck is Valen doing?
A little bit
there we
too
go.
quick to allow him to get away. A 6th round onto the board for PRX. A big one to win as well. It's going to put the economy of their opponents right on the back foot once again. And that is, again, the thing. Just how disruptive this team can be. The rotations of Forsaken selling the idea that, okay, he's gone down. Jing can now swing off the same position. And then this man at the back of the site, they give him anything. And he's not going to miss those shots. Still, a long way back. But these sort of back and forth rounds, well, at least winning one and then losing it straight back, it's probably the best thing that could have happened for PRX, because it means that financially, again, G2 are in trouble.
Up reposition this time, playing on the A side to allow PRX to push up on C space. Problem is they can't commit to so many players on Mound because they have to go back to clear B. That leaves Jing isolated when the fight comes down. G2 able to take that.
Not on an eco, please.
And now
they've got a weapon.
They can take it where they want. Turret still covering their back.
They can switch up weapons between Icy and Trent. But he's gotten in. He's got ult. Jonah's got an ult as well. Mind Freak.
Mind Freak keeping control over the back. He's lit down by the spams and has to be a bit more passive now. The rest of his team on the rotation.
He still doesn't know one's under him.
Back up on B and one further, but they don't know that the snake in the grass yet again. The Viper down below is on his way. And he's just wrapping for free. It could be an easy kill. He's gone into the smoke, though. A moment of solace for Mind Freak. But he going to be a player
Jonah P.
blindsided, and Mind Freak low on the site will struggle to stop this plant.
He's trying his best.
Come on, Devi. One more.
At least one comes
one more, King.
Now the time is ticking. This brings things back to even. It's whether or not they want to try and use the Viper's pit. But
one more, Devi. Yes, Mind Freak.
For Mind Freak, Leaf. Tag desperately low. It has to be Trent. It needs to be him to try and get
nice.
something done. And what, 15 seconds left. Plenty of players to find. And in fact, it's a man that started it all. Mind Freak with 3.
Reason to have this man's jersey at home, Tom. Phenomenal player. And a big round from him. Dodging the spams at first. His timing on the Shrouded Step was unbelievable. Forsaken was unfortunate to get caught blindsided as he walked back through. But
well
the
done.
spams here, absolutely gorgeous. Not just taking down Valen, not just taking down Jonah P. I believe it was there. You see it in the kill feed. Leaf as well. 3 players going down through the wall.
The play cam there is quite funny. It looks like he's celebrating before he got the kill.
He's going to peek me. Watch this.
11-7. PRX are on that road to recovery. Now the ultimates won't.
They got A again.
So they still
that's
have
good.
Going into this
and they've got something set up so deep. My God.
They built up on the other side as
completely fearless.
A matchup that, if PRX can win, they really are getting to the point where they're back in the game. An immediate teleport. I was about to say, if he sticks that, that's a bold attempt. Instead, though,
they've got the site.
Just used to give them the information. Nightfall used fairly early, but Jonah P's lurk caught by something.
Yeah, who could have guessed Jonah P would be lurking?
Forsaken checks this, right? He knows. He knows it's the second layer to that lurk. But no, he gets away.
No, the steps are heard.
He's playing it safe.
B-side, although, okay, the knife gets thrown
yeah,
through,
the knife
so
gets broken.
Knows there's someone outside B. He'll stay in position. C-side, 3 players just outside it. They had success. 3 kills in the last round off just spamming the wall and denying the plant. Looks like they're not going for that this time. Instead, it's Jing
there we go. Forsaken. Nice.
Steps right into it.
Nice.
Farming them up. And on 9 HP, Brave to use this ult through a smoke. And Leaf now has a real chance. 1v1 against the op. This round was looking done. It looked like it was already in the bag, and instead, there is going to be a challenge.
Why was the ult needed there?
For spamming through that wall. Something has to hope that he'll find an angle. Leaf knows once this ult goes off, he has time to get the plant in. He's going for it. Something's wild, spams, perhaps no. He's instead going to close the distance, keep the element of surprise up his sleeve, and try to isolate this man.
Alarm bot.
Scoping in. There's a big danger.
Nice something.
It's not over
oh
yet
my
for
God.
PRX. They pushed up to 8.
It's just a back and forth. It feels like
holy crap, dude! It's giving me so much heart attack.
PRX with battles and brawls, a 3v1 that Leaf almost manages to turn, but again, a safe pair of hands is something with that operator. Jing, though, just the fact he's playing. Again, we've seen this earlier in the tournament, just playing through the fragments.
What the hell were those shots, bro?
Just couldn't quite get it done on the last G2 after losing 5 of the last 6 rounds. They're going to take themselves a pause. I think a necessary one as well, because we've said in the last map, they were able to weather the storm. They were able to play up against PRX's style with them taking aggressive mid-control, them running down. They were
let's hold on for a bit more. Force them to become nervous. They are nervous. They're like, okay, they're closing in. We shouldn't be letting this happen.
And that's where it becomes a little bit more problematic.
Well, you're seeing the first timeout for G2. They haven't had to use any so far. Remember, this was, what, 9-3 at the halftime? An impressive, and the pistol went to G2. So a really impressive
This could have been
recovery.
over like 10 minutes ago.
In fact, with most teams, with most games, it would have been over.
Yeah.
But PRX have started to find themselves a little bit. And with 3 rounds in between them, it is definitely the time for G2 to touch base with the coaching staff. This round, not likely to be the one that they win. They've got pistols. They're very light investing. No heavy shields whatsoever. A few ultimates online. But, again, unless you see Jonah P headshot 3 people, or 2 maybe, you're not likely to see that
P को lose motion हो जाए तो what the hell?
Big mistake from PRX.
What kind of desires are these, bro?
Like
ये क्या desire होता है भाई?
That eventuality comes about, but a lot more is needed. It's so aggressive. Already, immediately taking control towards that C site. It's left something alone. This could actually be the bigger problem for them. He's going to manage to dodge, but they're trying to pressure. With a low buy, looking to get as close as they can. He's repositioned, but the shots are missed. He's now somewhat stuck in the mud, and they're waiting for that rotation to come back in. Shots.
There's no way.
Connected.
Icy got something.
He goes for even more. And not even needing that showstopper when he's got the pistol in hand.
Trent's behind as well. He was biding his time on B, and there's no way they expect him to be here at this stage. He's recovered a rifle, and it's the freest kill of his life with Jing down and out. What a way to push up to 12 from G2, a round that seemed like they wouldn't have a chance in. They had nothing but pistols for the most part, and here they are. Just Devi, 1 against 4, a Viper's pit to fight through. Icy, who's popping off everyone on rifles, bar Jonah P, who doesn't give a damn inside his pit, and a showstopper just for good measure. This is a disastrous outcome. And sure, he takes down 1, but that matters little to G2 right now. A 3K for Icy, a MasterCard Thrifty, and with that, 4 chances to take the series with a G2-0.
It's going to be the thorn in their side, a slip up, and one that it's unfortunate. Like, you put your operator on one side, and I thought that was going to be the main problem of the round, but it's mainly just the fact that Icy's able to wrap back in, and then I think he spots, that's it, it's just the shrouded step. He sees just a tiny bit of information and is completely ready for anything Mindfreak is going to do. 12-8. Operator now gone as well. Can't be back on the board for PRX in this round. It's been a huge part of what they have. Jing, he's gone as well.
And the showstopper's active, but Mindfreak's up top.
Okay.
No one was close enough
One
to
trade.
him out. Big swing from
Nice.
Devi as well.
We get
They'll
2.
double up on it. PRX now with the advantage. They punish the early rubble control. The response seems to be to take it the other direction. The steps are heard as Valen moves up towards B main. They know that he's on his way here, and something is more than ready to execute him. But Valen starts to run back. Timing for something isn't great because the turret's still there. It's going to catch him and give the information. They know that push has come through, but it does get the rotation to the C site.
But that's the thing. If he doesn't peek that, it will have actually been a perfect stack up for them on the C site. Now G2 can call into question, okay, if he's pushed up, they know it's not B. They know the fake that we sold isn't going to be there. Forsaken under pressure, but he can't afford to give the game away here. And well, with now already they've lost 1. This is an awkward fight to take. He's just about going to make it around the corner.
Trent is so smart. He throws the reveal and then just swings it, knowing that they're probably going to go for the peak. Nightfall goes through in the back of that. Forsaken catches Valen, though.
We get the 1.
Huge kill, but with the Nightfall hitting.
But he's on 7 HP, bro.
To go for the flank,
He's on 7
HP.
HP.
It's clear. Now you know that the defender spawn is not where they're coming from. It refocuses Leaf. He's now looking towards the water, where he's already heard Mindfreak. TP across, waiting for the steps, and he's turned at the wrong moment. A free kill. Trent now has to do it all. He's pulled out multi-kills so many times in the past, and the first is his, but he's going to swing in and deny that defuse. Not this time. 12-9.
It's not over. It's not over yet.
Yeah, then
it's not over yet.
It's going to be a break back immediately after we see that pistol round victory.
Oh my god.
A nice attempt to turn back around. After the early battles, it was looking rough, especially with the information that something was able to get with such a deep position. But even still, once Leaf went down, the position for the retake or the clutch for Trent just wasn't a good one. From the depths of hell again, PRX looked to rise. Economically, though, again, they're still almost fighting off the back of that pistol, and it's given them enough to purchase once more.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We are not done yet.
Push up on A.
Yep, they've had success taking it. Mindfreak alongside Jing. Forsaken early night.
They got A control, and they got Jonah P on the other side. This little bastard's gonna be able to get them. It feels like it.
First fight doesn't go their way.
No, please no.
Control given over to the side of G2.
Are they actually gonna push?
2 away now from a lockdown and the push-up.
Nice! Oh my god, so lucky to get away with 33 HP.
He didn't stand a chance.
It's got to be infuriating. The amount of times he's been picked off by an operator pushing him. And now, Jing sliding into position. The B site looks to be the point of contention. Smokes out, paranoia, utility, but there seems to be a point where they might look to just push through this.
No, no, Divide. No, I am no way.
To put down 2. It's not the play you expect to see with the Odin. And now Mindfreak's gone as well. The perfect combo. It's left onto the man who started this comeback. Forsaken, 1v4.
Devastating round. Let's see if he can do it. And no, immediately shut down. G2, 13-8 and 13-9. They were the better team here today. And the man on your screens, ice cold with it. This guy is unbelievable. His raise popped off, but you got to commend G2. They look like such a clean machine on the server. This is someone that and anyone in this tournament should be scared to face.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think coming into this group, there was a lot of doubt about who would be making it through, but I think most, if not everyone, should have looked at G2 as the favorites. This team has been on an upward trajectory all the way through the year, ever since making it in. For PRX, hey, they woke up towards the end. We started to see the team that we wanted to see throughout this series, but it was just a little bit too late. And those individuals on the other side, the team cohesion, there was everyone needed to sort of fight versus the side of PRX. And yeah, I think if you look at most teams, maybe you can think of, okay, this is their weakness, this is a weak link. For G2 right now, I'm stumped. It's up to their next opponent to try and work it out.
Yeah, someone's going to be losing sleep trying to answer that question, because this team doesn't seem
well
to
done,
have
G.
a weakness
G2.
when it comes down to players or approach. They just seem so far ahead. And I got to say, I am impressed by what I saw today, and every facet of it. Icy blew me away with some of his performances. Jonah P, that man, he needs to be studied. He needs to be studied. I want to know what he ate, what he did in the morning. What's his routine? I'm copying it once there's no walking involved. And Trent, look, here it is. Here it is with the pistols as well, the 4K that kicked it off. And this set the tone for the map. And I don't think the tone changed. There was a little moment.
EDG upset food, so we can send this team back to... Yo! Watch it, huh? Watch it. I'm gonna ban you. Alright guys, that's it for me. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be casting the PUBG PC by the esports club. So I'm gonna be casting this right here. You see this I'll be right here casting at 6 o'clock. If you guys want to watch that, more than welcome to. Later it'll go on till like 10 in the night. See you guys then. Yep, bye bye, love you all, and hope to God PRX wins the next